It is time for Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 KADQ and MyLocalRadio.com. Rebel Sports brought to you in part by the Rich School District, Evanston Regional Hospital, Ready, Westar Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, the Come On In, the Station on Main, Les Schwab Plains Tire, Stacy's Repair, Summit Pizza, Little Springs Water, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, Ellingford Brothers, Hometown Drive-In, the Town of Woodruff, T7 Propane, Bear Lake Realty, Independent Software Solutions, McKay Frankham DDS, and the Crawford Trough. Let's go to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth and join the voice of the Rebels, Aaron Poling.
And we welcome you to Rich High School. This homecoming week. It's homecoming Friday, and it's the homecoming football game. Build a team, the Elite Rebels and the Summer Rangers Rebels coming in 3-1. 0-1 in 11, man. The Rangers come in at 1-1 as they're coming off a loss to the Monopolis last week. The Rebels lost to Mountain View last week. We come back, we will set the scene. Brought to you by Water on the Pregame show. I'm Aaron Poling. Probably going to be joining me shortly as you are listening to 2003 Rebels football team online at MyLocalRadio.com as well.
When pizza is calling your name, order a Summit Pizza. With homemade dough and all fresh ingredients, every pizza is a culinary masterpiece. Owners Thad and Melissa Willis are Rich High School alumni. They continue the Rebel tradition of excellence and service. Feed your taste buds, feel the happiness with a fresh homemade pizza from Summit Pizza. Don't forget the Doodles, a Summit Pizza original creation. Summit Pizza, 70 West Logan Road, Garden City.
Welcome to the town of Randolph, located in northern Utah. The first group of settlers came from St. Charles, Idaho in March of 1870. We are a town of great extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 degrees in the winter, and we hold the record for the coldest temperature ever recorded in Utah at minus 50 degrees. Randolph is a small, friendly community that strives to preserve our rural heritage and small town feel. Enjoy the feeling each time you visit Randolph. Go Rebels!
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. In the middle of the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at MyLocalRadio.com. It is time for the Little Springs Water Scene Set on the Summit Pizza Company pregame show, and for that we're going to bring in Rob Leifson. Rob, how you doing today?
Doing fantastic, Aaron. This is what you live for on homecoming week, is the football game.
Oh yeah, it's an absolute blast. The atmosphere is going to be great. If it's anything like the volleyball game was last night, it is going to be loud, and it is going to be a lot of fun, as it is a beautiful sunny day for some football. A couple of clouds in the sky, not very many. Very, very clear view of the mountains in the background, as we got about 25 minutes until kickoff. Rob, what does homecoming mean to you as a teacher and, of course, as a parent watching your kid play in a homecoming game? You've seen a couple of them before.
I have. The superintendent, Dale Lamborn, made a great observation to me this week. He said, because I was a little frustrated that there were some interruptions, he said, Rob, you've had a bunch of homecomings in your life. This is only one of the 4 that these students get as a high school student. And that reminded me that it's about them. And these are great memories they're going to have. When they look back, you heard it in the program today, a lot of the alumni that were speaking, they remember homecoming, and they remember some of those key events. Bradley Holmes spoke about, he was the guest speaker. Didn't remember a lot from his 2009 state championship, but he can remember homecoming. He can remember a lot of the relationships he built, and those are built during these kind of activities during homecoming week.
Yeah, homecoming is a great time. It's a great week, and the football game is electric usually. If you think back to last year, Rebels homecoming, as I believe it was Lovell they played, correct? And, Lovell was coming off of a state championship berth. They went to the state title game that last year, and they ended up losing in that state title game. But, Rebels came out and they played really, really well in that game. Of course, eventually they ended up losing, but, that's a very good team in Lovell that they lost to. But they played well. And they're going to have KEMMERER today, as KEMMERER will be the matchup tonight for the Rebels. Look out for the run game with these KEMMERER Rangers. More on that later. But you are listening to 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ.
When you have an emergency, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Open 24/7, the professional emergency room staff is trained for trauma, medical, cardiac, pediatric, orthopedic, and obstetric emergencies. Bear Lake Memorial is a critical access level 3 trauma center, offering immediate access to radiology, lab services, surgery, and internal medicine consults. The ER teams are well-trained professionals who are ready to act when you have an emergency. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
The team at T7 Propane in Woodruff is always cheering for the Rich Rebels, in sports, in the classroom, and in life. For quality professional propane service, call T7 Propane in Woodruff, 435-793-4208. When you're hungry for an amazing breakfast, just like Grandma used to make, visit our bakery on Main Street in Randolph. We hand make fresh pastries for you to enjoy. Supporting the Rich Rebels and thanking you for your business, visit our bakery today.
When you need automotive service on your car, truck, semi, or tractor, call Clay and the team at J-Bar Auto in Randolph. J-Bar Auto also offers competitive pricing on tires for all vehicles. Call or stop by J-Bar Auto today.
Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com. It is time for the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital Coaches Show on the Summit Pizza Pregame Show. Let's hear from KEMMERER Rangers coach Bart Jernigan.
I'm with the head coach of the KEMMERER Rangers. That's head coach Bart Jernigan. Coach, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing really well today. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. We were talking before the interview, and it's homecoming week for Rich. As a head coach of a team coming in to a building that has their homecoming going on, what do you do as a coach to kind of, fire your players up? Because obviously you guys want to play spoiler.
Sure. I mean, yeah, going into somebody's homecoming and tipping it over is obviously fun. Realistically, I didn't even know that until we had began discussions about it. But just from my approach, I tend to try to keep it as level kill and even kill as we can to the kids. Whether it's homecoming or whether it's, the first week of the playoffs or the last week of the regular season, it really kind of keep our kids level and even kill, playing kind of with equal passion from week 1 to week 8 and on in playoffs is our goal. So, it's a big deal, obviously, for the hometown crowd and stuff. I hope our kids just come out and play focus. And I mean, we obviously want to win every week, regardless of whether it's somebody's homecoming or whatnot. So that's our goal coming out this year.
You guys are a couple weeks into your season. You picked up a win and dropped a loss. What have you seen from your team so far that you like and you think you guys can build on?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've got some good young talent and some good physicality up front. I think defensively we fly to the ball well, and we've done a decent job of forcing turnovers thus far in the season. And I think anytime you can come out on the plus side of that turnover battle, it really gives you a big advantage and the opportunity to win. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from our defense on that front, and liking our offense's ability to just kind of grind it out. We've got a little bit more big playability this year than we've had in the past, which is a nice bonus. So we can kind of, take those 3-4 yard chunks at a time. But we got a couple of kids who can also house it from a little greater distance. So that's been a good benefit and a good step forward for our kids. And I just think overall our cohesiveness as a team and leadership has improved. A lot of these kids had the opportunity to serve as leaders last year as even sophomores and juniors, and now they've grown up into those roles as seniors and juniors. And I think there's some good things brewing on that front for us.
Who are some of the kids that you turn to for leadership?
So I think it starts with our seniors. You got Gabe Emery is a fullback for us and a Mike linebacker. And he's a kind of quiet and steady kid. He gets out there and does his job. Great young man, good example in the classroom, in the community, and on the field for our team, and he competes really well. And then you got Tanner Schramm, another good young man. He's a quarterback of ours, and he does a good job of keeping things steady and comes up big in a lot of tight spots for us. And then Bryce Brown would be our other senior. He's a funny kid. He brings the element of kind of calm into those moments where they might otherwise be frantic. He kind of is the guy who will pop a joke in that tense moment and kind of break the tension tension of the mood and get us kind of to refocus on just, hey, go make this play instead of worrying about, the moment or how big the play is. I think those three have served as big time leaders. And then Owen Barton, Jr., number 50, he's a captain of ours too. He's a kid up front who serves as a big leadership role on our team, and helps kind of keep that defensive and offensive front going in the right direction.
As a coach, what principles do you instill in your players? What does a Coach Jernigan team look like?
Yeah, so I guess our core principles is the program, the acronym WIRED, so work ethic, integrity, respect, excellence, and discipline. And those are the things that we're striving for as a program and as a team. We'd hope that, if you're going to play a KEMMERER Ranger football team, that you're going to play a team that's going to go out and play hard, a team that's going to compete in a respectful manner, in a clean manner, play the game by the rules and respect the refs, the other team, other fans, all those things. It's going to show a high level of respect, and then go ahead and just strive for excellence. Going to push it, going to fight tooth and nail for every inch on that field, and then show discipline. Hopefully, not do anything that undercuts the effort that we're putting in out on the field. I think a lot of games, I think it was Bobby Knight who famously said more games are lost than are won, and so we aim to not be the team that beats ourselves out there, and we still, we're not perfect in any of those matters, but I think those are the ideals that we're striving towards, and I hope as we're playing, those are the things that our opponents are noticing and that we're able to build success upon.
In your preparation for the Rich Rebels, what has stood out to you on film?
Athletes. Aggressive athletes. They've got athletes all over the field, from quarterbacks to wideouts to even their linemen are pretty athletic and move really well. I think the team speed over there is pretty impressive. And your guys' coaching staff has done a great job of instilling kind of an understanding of that aggressiveness that it takes to be successful. And I've been impressed with the aggressiveness of your team, and Coach Larson's done a great job over there, and getting the kids playing forward. And I'm very impressed by them. It's a good squad. We're going to have our hands full this week.
One last question for you, Coach. What do you guys have to do as a team to be successful, not only this week, but the rest of the season?
We need to establish the run. If we can establish the run and control the clock, that's going to be a huge part of it. We've got to tackle well and force turnovers. Those three things are kind of the keys, I think. And then the flip side of the forcing turnovers is obviously protecting the ball. But if we can tackle well, establish the running game and control the clock, and then protect the ball ourselves and then force some takeaways, that's going to put us in really good positions in any game, but especially against a hard-nosed and physical and aggressive team like Rich.
We want to thank the head coach of the KEMMERER Rangers, Bart Jernigan, for being a part of the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital Coaches Show on our Summit Pizza pregame show. When we come back, we'll hear from Coach Tyson Larson. You're listening to the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as tuning in on 98.3 KEDQ.
When you have an emergency, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Open 24/7, the professional emergency room staff is trained for trauma, medical, cardiac, pediatric, orthopedic, and obstetric emergencies. Bear Lake Memorial is a critical access level 3 trauma center, offering immediate access to radiology, lab services, surgery, and internal medicine consults. The ER teams are well-trained professionals who are ready to act when you have an emergency. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Success doesn't come by accident. Success requires hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice, and believing in yourself. Eddie and Todd Jensen established the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho on these very principles. The students, staff, athletes, and coaches at Rich High School value these same fundamentals in education and activities, in athletics, and in life. Good luck, Rebels, from Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Head coach of the Rich Rebels RC football team, that's Coach Tyson Larson. Coach Larson, how you doing today?
Doing great. How are you?
Doing pretty good. So unfortunately, you guys came up on the wrong side of the game against Mountain View, a game that I thought you guys played pretty well in the first half. You guys scrapped, fought hard, and then just kind of seemed that kickoff return to let the wind out of the sails. Just give me your synopsis of the game on Friday.
Yeah, no, you spot on. I was super proud of our team in the first half. I thought, there were a couple things we could have done better, but overall, we knew we were playing a tough team, and there's plenty of games that are low scoring that, is going to be a defensive game where the first defense to break is the one that causes the game. And for us, it was a special teams. I thought, we should have done better on offense. There were some things that we need to look in the mirror and be like, okay, what could we have done better coaching? And there were a few little just execution. But honestly, I was pretty pleased with the kids. I thought they worked hard. And then, we've talked a lot about, hey, we got to be a second half team too. And they, the hard thing was, I don't think it was necessarily that they were giving up or not going to give the same effort in the second half, but you were spot on. That special teams killed us because not that those kids didn't work hard. That's a good team and they made a good play. But so that kick return really sunk us. And then we were a little bit, we got one first down, but our offense stalled, and then they got a good return on the next punt return. So they just had a couple big plays, one after another, that sent momentum in their direction, and it was hard for us to recover in a game. And so to go down 14-0 in a game that we knew was going to be a hard-fought battle as is, and I had to change some of our offensive strategy that next half. Some of the things we wanted to do, we couldn't quite because we had to be a little more aggressive. And, there's a lot of positives we can learn from it, though, but I thought the kids played well, and the score didn't reflect as hard as I thought the kids played.
So it's homecoming week, and the staff and students have a lot of fun with it. I say staff because you are dressed as a combination of about 4 players. The thing that stood out to me is the number 8 chain. I think that's a reference to Carter Hoffman, correct?
Yes, it is. No, I tried to combine my my Southridge friends from Garden City, Laketown, and I'm wearing some short shorts today, and I tried to be kind of a half cowboy on top with the whiskey bent hat and wearing the 8 chains. Yeah, it's pretty good.
So it is homecoming week, and everyone's having fun. So how do you keep your guys focused throughout the week? Because there's so many festivities. And on Friday, homecoming, it just puts a bow on it with a nice victory when the football team does win, as well as the volleyball team. But how do you keep you guys focused throughout the week?
I've thought a lot about that, and I look at it even in terms of some of our practices and the way some of the games go. And I would almost rather err on the side of kids having a good time than on the other side. I think that if kids are happy and having fun, then usually they're going to play hard and they want that victory too. So yeah, we always keep in mind, hey, you got to get in bed early, you got to do the right things, but at the same time, if we can have kids be pumped and excited and have fun, I have no issues with that. Last year, I thought the best team that we played all year came into town, and we had a dogfight all the way through the game, and I thought we played them well because of kind of the festivities. I think we'll use it in our favor. I don't think kids will be too distracted. I think they'll know that, hey, we got to take care of business. We got to put on a show and make, just like you said, cap off the fun week with something good. We can't make the fun week be a distraction. We need to make it be something that propels us forward.
So you guys do have KEMMERER coming in this week. Last year, you guys were able to beat the Rangers, but this is a whole nother year. Their team looks a little bit different. Just talk about what you know about KEMMERER and what you're expecting from them.
So I know they're a run-heavy team. I know they like to play kind of a brand of football that I like, just kind of run up the middle and then maybe they like to catch you with counters and just little passes here and there. So that's what I'm expecting from them, and I know they'll come in fired up because we spoiled their homecoming last year. So I'm sure that they're going to come ready. When will a high school kid not come ready to play a football game? They're going to come ready to punch us in the mouth. So I hope our boys are focused, and I hope they use our disappointing week last week to propel us, as mentioned, to just play hard and play and focus on us and execute, do things the right way, and I think we'll have a good day. I really hope so.
You guys are going to be successful this week if you do what?
If the kids play free, I think it's a little bit going back to just what you said, homecoming, have fun. I think our kids, I've noticed about our team, I think we had a really good time against Water Canyon, and it's obviously easier to have a good time when you're pouring points on the board like that, but I want my team to sideline and everything to play a little more free and realize it's okay if the team gets first down. Don't hang your head. You want to get back up. This is a game of football that they're going to miss the rest of their life. So I hope that we will be successful if they can play free and fired up the entire game, not just the first couple plays, not just when we score touchdowns, but even when we make some tackles or even when we get a 7-yard gain. I hope that kids are bouncing on the sideline and just having fun and playing the game the way it should be, and that's with a lot of energy and passion and have fun with it.
We want to thank Tyson Larson for being a part of today's Bear Lake Memorial Hospital Coaches Show on the Summit Pizza pregame show. When we come back, we will have some keys to the game for you, brought to you by Ellingford Brothers. You're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
When you're experiencing pain from an injury or pain for an unknown reason, it can negatively impact how you function every day. It's good to know that individually supervised physical therapy is available at Evanston Regional Hospital. From athletes to seniors, we assist patients with personalized treatment plans. We offer a broad range of therapies, including cardiac rehab, post-surgical rehab, concussion recovery, and sports rehab. Ask your family doctor if physical therapy is right for you, or call one of our therapy departments directly. Evanston Regional Hospital, helping you get your life back.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
The town of Garden City is home to beautiful Bear Lake, where families play together. We welcome you to Garden City and invite you to visit bearlake.org for places to explore and information on upcoming events year-round. The town of Garden City welcomes you as we cheer on the Rich Rebels.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. You always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com. It is time for your keys to today's matchup, brought to you by Ellingford Brothers. For all your sand, cement, and gravel needs, call Ellingford Brothers in Evanston, 800-789-1511. And Rob, what do you have for us today?
Well, they kind of hinted towards it from Coach Larson, but got to remember this is a game, and there's some higher priorities in life. I'm not going to give away what we anticipate to see, but I think he sent a good message to this team that this is a game, and there's some more important things that hopefully will happen today that we'll draw attention to later on. Talked with Coach Cooper Cornea. Homecoming is about a bunch of hype. We talked about it last night in the volleyball game. That can either help or that can hurt. So we're hoping that that will help, that enthusiasm. And I'd say the third key is the turnovers. The Rebels gave up their first turnover last week with an interception. KEMMERER's given the ball away twice on fumbles. So that will be a key, and that's one thing that Coach Jernigan mentioned in the pregame interview as well. Turnovers are key, and run defense. KEMMERER has not completed a pass yet this year, Aaron, so it's going to be all about the run. So if the Rebels can do good run defense, you got a good key to win.
Yeah, it has to be a good test for that front line, the linebackers, and just the defense in general, as you got to kind of know that they're going to run the ball quite a bit, as you got to be ready for it. But that doesn't mean fall asleep on the pass, because, of course, with passing, you can still always get burnt on one play. And those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Ellingford Brothers. When we come back, we'll meet your 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team. You're watching that 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
When pizza is calling your name, order a Summit Pizza. With homemade dough and all fresh ingredients, every pizza is a culinary masterpiece. Owners Thad and Melissa Willis are Rich High School alumni. They continue the Rebel tradition of excellence and service. Feed your taste buds, feel the happiness with a fresh homemade pizza from Summit Pizza. Don't forget the Doodles, a Summit Pizza original creation. Summit Pizza, 70 West Logan Road, Garden City.
You hear that? That's the sound your new water makes just before it gets to your bottle. You see, at Little Spring Water, they don't add a thing. It's the purest, cleanest, and healthiest water you could possibly drink. It's nature in a bottle. Little Spring Water is a family-owned and operated bottled water company right here in Utah. Nestled in a beautiful canyon in Bear Lake, this spring has been in the family for 5 generations, and now it can be in yours as well. It's high-quality premium drinking water packaged in a durable, recyclable bottle that won't spill or crack on you and can be refilled multiple times. No chemicals, no additives, just pure, clean, healthy water. And because Little Spring Water is local, you can get it at a fraction of the cost. Look for Little Spring Water at a grocery store near you. If you don't see it, ask your grocer for it by name. Little Spring Water. It's nature in a bottle.
Let's meet your 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team.
Carter Grohl, sophomore, running back, linebacker.
Noah Perry, senior, running back, the end.
Samuel Leifson, junior, running back and cornerback.
Jaden Desch, senior, receiver, and DB. Jet Holmes, sophomore, quarterback and linebacker.
Carter Hoffman, junior, linebacker, and the quarterback.
Kason Johnson, senior, receiver, and cornerback.
Zenick Stocking, junior, safety, wide receiver.
Raiden Lutz, senior, linebacker.
We'll get back to the intro video in a second, but we have a little special treat for you guys as the Rebels are going to run out of their locker room through a tunnel of all of the fans waiting, as this doesn't happen very often. So we're going to keep it right here on the live cam. As Rob, you just mentioned that this doesn't happen real often, but you know, it's fun to see it when you do get to see it.
Little homecoming tradition. So you got parents and fans lining the sides. They're waiting for the cue from the music, I think, to get the heads up of when to come out. And it looks like Trey Jolly is trying to get some good video of this one.
Yeah, so we'll wait the arrival of the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team.
There they come.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome out your Rich Rebels.
A little black smoke there for you too, Aaron. Ooh.
And with that, we're going to go right back to team intro video.
Carter Grohl, sophomore, running back, linebacker.
Noah Perry, senior, running back, the end.
Samuel Leifson, junior, running back and cornerback.
Jaden Desch, senior, receiver, and DB. Jet Holmes, sophomore, quarterback and linebacker.
Carter Hoffman, junior, linebacker, and the quarterback.
Kason Johnson, senior, receiver, and cornerback.
Zenick Stocking, junior, safety, wide receiver.
Raiden Lutz, senior, linebacker, and running back.
Dylan Wasden, wide receiver, DB, sophomore.
My name is Jeremy Garcia. I'm going to be a senior, and I play linebacker and running back.
Antonio Maldonado, junior, outside backer, back.
Hudson Perry, freshman, running back, safety.
Drake Weston, junior, running back and outside linebacker.
Riker Hoffman, junior, strong safety and running back.
Daniel Smith, junior, DB and wide receiver.
Jasper Johnson, freshman, running back, linebacker.
Kel Argyle, freshman, fullback, and linebacker.
Cade Nelson, sophomore, center, defensive tackle.
Kason Huffaker, senior, D tackle, right guard.
Jordan Johnson, junior, left guard, defensive tackle.
Boston Jolly, sophomore, right guard and defensive nose guard.
Easton Eborn, sophomore, guard and tackle.
Rylan Goff, freshman, offensive tackle and defensive end.
I'm Bodie O'Mealy. I'm a freshman, an offensive tackle, and a defensive end.
I'm Talon Pace. I am a junior. I play center, guard, and tackle on offense, and then on defense I play D tackle and end.
I'm Carter Stokes. I'm in 11th grade, and I play D-line and offensive line. I'm Colby Stokes. I'm a junior. I play offensive line and D-line.
I'm Jack Bell. I'm a senior. I play defensive line and offensive line.
I'm Bailey Weston. I'm a freshman. I play offensive line and defensive line.
I'm Carson Meerbrook. I'm a senior, and I play offensive and defensive line.
Aiden Weston, receiver and cornerback.
I'm Jadix Chandler,
I am a junior this year, and my position is right guard.
My name is Wilkes Weston. I'm a freshman this year, and I play quarterback and linebacker.
Jack Wakefield, sophomore, offensive defensive lineman.
Paxton Nicodemus, wide receiver safety, 9th grade.
Riker Kirk. I'm going to be a sophomore, and my position is a running back.
Hi, my name is Connor Carrillo. I'm in 9th grade, and I play corner and wide receiver.
My name is Taggart Stewart, and I'm in 9th grade, and I play corner and wide receiver.
Flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free?
As we got a couple of special things today, a couple of officials making their first ever varsity appearance as a referee, which, you know, there's something special because obviously, you know, we all remember our first varsity athletic contest, and, you know, now they're continuing their careers by becoming officials, and it's their first one, so congratulations to those officials.
The Rangers won the toss, Aaron, and they deferred, so the Rebels will take the kickoff, and they will take the north end of the field. That's left to right on your radio dial.
Rebels wearing their gray home uniforms, blue stripes on the shoulder pads. Rangers in their white road uniforms with black numbers, as it looks like KEMMERER scripted across the back. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. Rebels will return. Back deep to return. Drake Weston, Riker Hoffman. Drake on the right, Riker on the left. As the Rangers, number 66, Bridger Anderson, the junior, will kick it away. As you hear that sideline for the Rebels. They are jumping around, and they are ready to go, Rob. The festivities all week have led up to this moment, and we're about ready to go.
Looks like number 66, Bridger Anderson, is the kicker for the Rangers.
Rangers still huddle up around the ball.
I think they're waiting for the go-ahead from the referees. Not only is he their kicker, he's also their punter.
Got an official on the far side, hand in the air, whistle blows. As Anderson turns around, he addresses his teammates, still has that hand in the air. As it is loud here. As Anderson sends his teammates to the rest of the formation, he takes about 5 steps back, stands at the 35-yard line as he is ready to go. Ball teed up, he approaches, ball is in the air, and we are ready to go. Homecoming week is going to be started by Riker Hoffman, return to the right side as he gets around the edge, not before he's hauled down by number 40, Gabe Emery, the senior, makes a huge play there. 1st and 10, Rebels from their own, looks like 22-yard line.
One of only 3 seniors on this KEMMERER team, Aaron. They've got about 5 juniors. So a very young team, a lot of freshmen and sophomores that will be key players for the Rangers.
He's actually going to spot the ball at the Rebel 24-yard line as a balloon floats away from its owner. As that balloon will float to eventual freedom before it lands as a flat balloon. As we are ready to go, ball spotted at the Rebel 24-yard line, 1st and 10. First play of the game with 11:54 left to go in the first quarter. Hoffman comes out in the shotgun. He's got trips to his right as a tight end on the left side of the line of scrimmage. Make that 2 tight ends. Hoffman in the gun, gets the snap. He's going to run it to the left side. Gets a block, cuts it back up the field as he rumbles out across the 28-yard line to the 29 for a gain of about 5 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 5. It's a good start to the game, Rob.
Tanner Schramm, who's the quarterback for the Rangers, on the tackle.
On the play, that'll bring up 2nd down and 5.
2nd and 5 for the Rebels.
On the 30-yard line.
As they give Hoffman the 30. Ball has to get to the Rebel 34 for a 1st down. Hoffman in the gun. He's got trips to the right. As he gets the snap, looks to throw. He's going to pass. Catch. Pitch by Detch to Perry down the sideline. He's got some room for he's wrapped up out of bounds by Roni Profit. Perry stepped out of bounds before the fumble, but that's a play that we knew was coming, Rob. The hook and ladder, as that is Coach Grohl. That's his favorite play, and the Rebels ran that one with a purpose. First and 10 Rebels.
And we talked about this at the beginning of the broadcast. That was designed as a tribute to Coach Justin Grohl that we lost in the spring.
Ball will be placed at the Rebel 49-yard line. First and 10 Rebels, 11:08 to go. Here in the first quarter, a little trickery on the first drive. Rebels opening the gun. They're going to send trips to the left. Hoffman has Perry in the backfield next to him. As Hoffman gets the snap, he's going to run it to the right, has a lead blocker, and Perry lowers his head out across the 50 to the 45, where he is hauled down at the Kemmerer 44-yard line. It'll be second down and about 3 on the play.
Number 40, Gabe Emery. You mentioned him before, senior on the tackle.
I love to see your quarterback lower his head and finish a run the way that Carter Hoffman did right there. Second and 3 for the Rebels. 10:40 left to go here in the first quarter. This is the first drive of the ball game. Hoffman in the shotgun. He's got trips to his left, one receiver to his right, gets the snap. He's going to run the option with Perry. Has some space to the outside, cuts it upfield before he is wrapped up, hauled down. That's a great play defensively by the Rangers, as they don't allow Hoffman to turn it upfield. It looks like that was number 34, make that 24, Logan Emery, the freshman with the play. Brings up third down and a long 3 for the Rebels offense.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Rebels break the huddle. They approach the ball. Just got to imagine, Rob, 4-down territory as they come out in the I formation. Riker Hoffman, the deep back. Noah Perry, the fullback. 2 receivers left, one to the right. Hoffman gets the snap. He's going to hand to Hoffman, the deep back. Makes a cut out across the 40. Good enough for a Rebel first down. It's a great carry there by Hoffman as he bounced that one to the outside, able to pick up the yardage for a first down. First and 10 Rebels, as they will place the ball on the Ranger 37-yard line. Clock continues to wind under 10 minutes to go. In fact, 9:40 to go here in the first quarter. We're still tied 0-0 Rebels. Opening drive as they have first and 10 on the Kemmerer 37. Trips to the right as Hoffman's in the shotgun. Perry next to him. Desch on the left side by himself, one-on-one. Hoffman gets the snap, looks to throw. In fact, he's going to throw that way to Desch. It's a hand fight. Desch goes up, gets it, catches it, wrapped up by a horse collar tackle. As he goes down, they're going to call a touchdown.
Pass is complete to Desch.
I think the flag is going to be on the horse collar.
Yeah.
There's a flag on the play.
I don't quite know if Desch got into the end zone, though, as they did call it a touchdown. Looked like he was down just before. That's that extra effort there from Desch. And as we get a discussion with the officials, as indeed it is that horse collar tackle against the Rangers. Desch saw the referee point, and he's trying to figure out how he gets a horse collar tackle. No, it's against the Rangers, as they're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line, I do believe. The official at the goal line signaled touchdown, as he's got his hands in the air.
Yep. That's a touchdown.
It is a touchdown, Rebels. As Desch apparently got into the end zone. 6-0 Rebels early as Jaden Desch with a touchdown reception from 37 yards out puts the Rebels on top. As it looks like they're going to kick the extra point after some confusion. Rebels go up 6-0.
Did go for the touchdown, though. Horse collar tackle.
Carter Hoffman with the hold, Jaden Desch with the kick.
Snap good, hold good. Kick is on the way, and it goes through the uprights. And the Rebels are up 7-0 with 9:11 left to go here in the first quarter. I'm Aaron Poling. That's Rob Leifson. Thank you for joining us as you are watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ. More from the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth after this.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com. As the penalty will be enforced on the kickoff as Jaden Desch is going to kick from the KEMMERER 45-yard line.
So, question for you, Aaron. Knowing the strength of Jaden Desch's leg, do you put this one out of the end zone and eliminate the chance for a return, or do you give it a pooch kick and let your coverage team see if you can pin him inside the 20?
Yeah, I think you just pooch it, see if you can get the ball to bobble around, see what you can come up with as Desch stands on the Rebel 45. We'll kick from the KEMMERER 45, 10-yard approach as he boots it away. That one's going to go end over end through the back of the end zone.
That will answer that one for us.
As I don't think Desch even kicked the ball as hard as he possibly could, and that ball landed out of bounds. As that's the advantage of the 15-yard penalty being on the kickoff, as it'll be Rangers football, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Here comes the Ranger offense for the first time. As this Rebels defense, Rob, we talked about it in the pregame, their run defense is going to be tested.
They will be. Got to point out your end zone. I think you give credit to Nate and Amber Perry along with Darren and Cherie Lutz, and we'll give you the kudos to the center of the field here in just a minute.
Rangers come out on center as they hand up the gut. It's number 40, Gabe Emery, as he rumbles forward for a gain of about 6 on the play. They'll bring up 2nd down and about 4. Rangers have to get the ball to their own 30 for a 1st down. It's actually going to make it a 2nd and 6. This clock continues to wind.
Number 12, Raiden Lutz.
Number 12, Raiden Lutz on the tackle. And you are right, that run defense, if I'm Coach Cornea, I'm sending the house because you can't anticipate too many attempts on a pass.
Tanner Schramm, the starting quarterback for the Rangers, under center, gets the snap. They're going to pitch it around the right side. This time it is number 24, Logan Emery, who was popped there by a Rebels linebacker and Carter Hoffman. A gain of 2 on the play. It brings up 3rd down and about 3.
I think that was actually his cousin Riker, 24, that hit that one.
As the Rebels change up their defensive units. As it's going to be 3rd and about a long 3. Ball has to get to the Ranger 30-yard line. Rangers break the huddle. Schramm under center. Emery the deep back. They send a man in motion as they're going to get a whistle.
I think we're going to get a false start on the Rangers.
Whistle before
and I believe you are correct, as the far side line judge
procedure penalty against the Rangers
signals to the head official, and that'll back them up 5, bringing up a 3rd and 8. 7:45 left to go, and for this Rangers offense, this probably isn't the way they want to draw it up, as they are a running offense. They don't want to put the ball in the air real often, but this is a big opportunity for the Rebels defense right here.
From the 22-yard line.
3rd and 8 from the 22. Ball has to get to the Ranger 30 as Schramm under center. Emery the deep back. As they drop back to pass, they're going to throw. That is incomplete off the hands of the receiver, Bryson McGill, and that brings up 4th down and 8 for the Rangers offense. We'll see what they decide, as you got to believe they're going to punt this one away.
Absolutely, and you called it, Aaron. They've not completed a pass this year. They're 0 for 4, so even the attempt is straying a little bit from the normal routine of the Rangers.
Anderson back deep to punt. Stands inside his own 10 as Desch and Riker Hoffman stand at the Rebel 40.
Desch and Riker Hoffman.
As Anderson gets the snap, punt is away. It's a high punt that's going to land at the Rebel 48-yard line take a Kemmerer roll as it rolls to the Rebel 44, where the Rebels will take over 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Rob, 7:20 left to go in the first quarter. Impressions of the first 5 minutes?
Well, we wanted to jump out quick and jump out fast, and I think the Rebels did exactly that. Great play to Jaden Desch. We'll wait and see if we can try to explain what Jaden was doing there on the sideline. But draw your attention to the center of the field. James Wamsley, a junior, and a young man by the name of Samuel Leifson drew up that football on the center of the field, and the painting done by, I believe, the same people who did the end zone.
Trips to the left, Carter Hoffman under center. Perry, the deep back. As the whistle blows, Rebels are ready to go. Got one receiver to the right as well. As they snap, it's going to be an option. Hoffman keeps it around the left side, crosses the 50-yard line, all the way down to the 40, gets the edge, has some room to the 30 before he's hauled down from behind. Carter Hoffman with a good run there. Gain of about 20 on the play, brings up 1st and 10 for the Rebels, deep in Ranger territory at the Ranger 25-yard line. And that, I think, is where Carter Hoffman is absolutely at his best, is that fullback option where he can either give it to Noah up the middle, and he reads that defensive end so well. When they collapse on Noah, Hoffman was able to keep it, takes it around the outside, burns a man on the edge, picks up a plethora of yardage as it's 1st and 10 Rebels on the Ranger 26-yard line, 6:35 to go. Hoffman under center, gets the snap. He's going to keep it around the left side again as he's able to escape a man and lunge forward to about the 20-yard line as he got tripped up at the line of scrimmage, but he kept his head down, legs moving, was able to pick up about 6 on the play, brings up 2nd down and about 4 for this Rebels offense.
Number 20, Tanner Schramm, the quarterback from the Rangers playing on the front line, was the one that had Carter. Just quite couldn't wrap him up. Carter broke loose for 6.
Hoffman comes out in the gun. He's got trips to his right. Receiver to the top. Noah Perry to his left as the Rebels have the ball on the left hash. 5:53 to go. Hoffman gets a snap, looks to throw, drops back, has plenty of time. He's going to run. Escapes the pocket, keeps on the move, finds a man in Riker Hoffman as he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Rebels as Hoffman caught the ball and he goes out of bounds at the 1. As we're going to get a timeout called by the Rebels. We're going to keep it right here as the Rebels call timeout.
Aaron, you're going to put number 1, Carter Grohl.
Yeah, so the Rebels are going to come over to the sideline. And we talked about earlier that Coach Larson is doing a good job of, just instilling that there's more than life to football in these young men. And the second play of the game, hook and ladder. Coach Grohl, we of course lost the late Coach Grohl, who is Carter Grohl's father. We lost him last year, unfortunately. And that was kind of just to pay tribute to him because that was Coach Grohl's favorite play. And it was very successful for him, as it was successful for the Rebels here.
So I apologize for my emotions, but number 1, Carter Grohl in for the running back.
I was going to say, speaking of Grohl's, Carter Grohl enters the game, ball at the 1-yard line. As he's the deep back, Noah Perry the fullback, Carter Hoffman under center, 1 receiver left. As Hoffman gets the snap, hands the Grohl up the gut, floors his head, touchdown, Carter Grohl! You love to see it. There goes the team. It's going to be a 15-yard flag for excessive celebration. But Rob, your emotions were getting to you. Mine are getting to me too. You'll love to see this as, man, first homecoming without Coach Grohl. You'll love to see that. I'm sure the Rebels will gladly take the 15-yard penalty as they swarm Carter.
Yeah, that was a design. Samuel.
So we were told about this before the game.
Yeah,
Coach Larson came up to me while I was up here in the booth, and he explained that this is the first one without him. Jaden Desch on that touchdown was actually trying to run out of bounds because they wanted it to be the first touchdown, but it doesn't matter. It's a touchdown for Carter Grohl on a special day, and man, my emotions are getting to me too, Rob.
And looks like they're going to go for 1. They're throwing the tee out for Jaden Desch.
Yeah, the flag's excessive celebration.
Go on the kickoff.
Which, when the entire team runs on the field, that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. But, in this situation, if Desch has to kick a a 15-yard longer extra point. I think Jaden Desch wouldn't mind that one bit. As we'll see, they're actually going to assess the penalty on the kickoff. So Desch kicked from the Kemmerer 45. He's going to back it up 15 on the Rebel side this time as he lines up for the extra point.
Noah Perry, the deep snapper. And they're waiting for...
we have an official out of position as runs under the goalpost. 5:26 left to go in the ball game. Rebels boot the extra point through as they go up 14-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. I'm Aaron Poland. That's Rob Leifson. Thank you for joining us as with 5:26 left to go in the first quarter. Rebels on top, 14-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. More from the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth after this.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth as Jaden Desch has the ball in his hand.
From the 25-yard line.
It'll be a kickoff from the 25 because of illegal participation is the technical call, but
excessive celebration.
Yeah, but, you know, the whole team ran on the field. That's obviously a 15-yard penalty, but once again, it was planned, and the Rebels are definitely willing to accept it. Credit to Riker Hoffman, though, going out of bounds. He could have easily ran that in for a touchdown. That just kind of tells you the group that this team has. As Desch boots it away, the ball is fielded at the Kemmerer 25 by McGill as he goes around the right side to the 50 before he falls down into Rebels territory. 1st and 10 at Kemmerer as they'll start on the Rebels side of the field. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Rebel 49, 5:18 to go in the first quarter.
Colby Stokes, number 64, on the stop. Carter Hoffman, 3 for 3 for 86 yards so far, Aaron.
They're actually going to mark that on the Kemmerer side, on the Kemmerer 49. Another thing, one last thing about that touchdown from Grohl is the entire team knew it except for Carter. Carter didn't know, and then he's thrust out there, and he does a good job lowering his head and finishing the run. Rangers 1st and 10 from their own 49 as it's going to be reversed. Ball's on the ground, still on the ground. We'll see who comes up with it.
Jordan Johnson had a good shot at it, I thought, and it looks like
that's Coulter Krell from Kemmerer who falls on top of it.
Number 50, maybe?
It's number 71.
Okay.
He stood up with the ball as it'll be 2nd and 13 as they try the counter play there. That fumble was by Cole Rogers. 2nd and 12 as the Rangers behind the sticks. This kind of bodes well for the Rebels. In the gun, or excuse me, under center. Get the snap, drop back to pass. They're going to throw, looking left, has a man out in the flats. Caught at the 50 by number 24, Logan Emmer, and he is hauled down. Drake Weston pushes him back to the Kemmerer 47-yard line as he continued to drive. That's a gain of 2 on the play. Great play by Drake right there.
Yeah, open field tackle. That 8-man pays off for you right there.
Brings up 3rd and 10, or 3rd and 9, excuse me. And if we are correct, that is the first reception.
That for this season for the Rangers, yes.
Schramm under center. Emery the deep back. As they're going to hand to number 2, Rogers around the right side. He cuts it upfield out across the Rebel 45 near the Rebel 43-yard line. That's going to make that 4th down attempt for the Rangers a lot easier as they gain about 8 on the play. They'll bring up 4th and maybe 2.
Rogers is the lead carrier for the Rangers, Aaron. 28 carries for 261 yards and 2 touchdowns, and he is a freshman.
Big opportunity here for the Rebels defense to bow their net, get a stop, and get a turnover. 2 yards to gain. Actually, it's going to be 1 yard to gain. 4th and 1. Ball has to get to the Rebel 41-yard line. Schramm under center. As they send a man in motion. One of the Rebels jumped, and I think that 4th down play is not going to matter As we'll see who they call it on, but I believe it will be the Rebels.
Yeah, I think it's offside. Jordan was a little bit jumpy there.
Offside against the Rebels. A 5-yard penalty, which will bring up a first down.
They'll bring up a 1st and 10 for the Rangers.
And Talon Pace will replace Jordan.
Brings up 1st and 10 for the Rangers. Ball placed on the Rebel 42-yard line. Hand up the gut to Emery as he is hauled down across the 35 to about the 32 before he's hauled down by Desch. They bring up 2nd down and about 6 for the Rangers.
4 on the play, 2nd down and 6.
And as Jordan Johnson comes back into the game.
And you got a line change with some different linebackers coming in.
Schramm under center. Emery the deep back. As they send Logan Emery in motion, gets the pitch, and he is stopped immediately. That's a great play there.
Casey Johnson, number 10.
As a couple of Rebels got to him, Johnson there to clean him up. That brings up 3rd down and 6 on the play for the Rangers. Schramm under center. Gabe Emery, the deep back. As they send Rogers in motion, give it to him on the end around, and not before Riker Hoffman stops him. Carter Hoffman finishes it. Hoffman and Hoffman on the tackle, as that'll bring up 4th down and about 4 on the play. Another opportunity for the Rebels defense to stand strong.
It's 4th down territory. You're on the 31 or the 30. Yep, 31.
Ball has to get to the Rebel 27-yard line for a 1st down. Schramm under center. Send a man in motion. They give to the fullback. Emery is wrapped up, taken down. That is a fantastic play there on the defensive line by Jordan Johnson, making amends after he jumped offside on the previous play.
Depends on the spot, but I do not believe they're going to give it to him.
From where that far side official is standing, it doesn't look close. As it will be a turnover on downs. Rebels football as the defense stands strong. Jordan Johnson, you love to see that after he jumped offside because, you know, an offsides penalty on defense, all that is a kid getting over-aggressive with 1:58 left to go in the first quarter. Rebels on top 14-0. And then he turns around. Jordan Johnson makes the play. You love to see that.
Yeah, great play by Jordan. Got some help from a couple of his friends as well.
Clock under 2 minutes. Rebels offense hits the field. Hoffman under center. Perry the deep back. As they've got 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. As they send Riker Hoffman in motion. The snap gets away from Carter Hoffman, who's able to pick it up on the bounce before he is hauled down, as that's going to be a loss of about 6 on the play. I don't know if Carter was ready for the snap, but it got away from him.
Number 54, Bennett Pollard, is the one who jumped on Carter once he had control of the ball.
That brings up 2nd down in about 16. But it's a good job by Carter just to get the ball back, because you turn it over right here, that could be disastrous, where now you get to live to fight another play. Hoffman under center, Perry the deep back. As they got Desch over here one-on-one. If they want, instead they hand it to Riker Hoffman around the left side, cuts across the cornerback, runs a man over almost out to the 30-yard line, back to the original line of scrimmage. It's a good job by Riker to get back to 3rd and a bit more manageable, as it'll be 3rd and 10 for the Rebels offense. 6-yard gain on the play.
A little more than 10 yards to go.
Number 2, Cole Rogers, the freshman, on the tackle.
It's a good job, though, by Riker to lower his shoulder. And if you're going to tackle me, you're going to pay a price. As Riker lowered his shoulder and made that tackle hurt a little bit more. 3rd and 11. Ball at the Rebel 29-yard line. Carter Hoffman sends a man in motion. Gets the snap. It's going to be the option as Hoffman cuts it back upfield. Had a man to pitch it to. Instead, keeps it himself as he's going to be tripped up at the Rebel 34-yard line. That brings up 4th and about 7. As you got to imagine, the punting unit will come out after that first play kind of set the drive back.
Number 66, Bridger Anderson with the tackle, a junior.
That's one time, though, I'd like to see.
Could have made that pitch.
Yeah, Carter pitched that one, and, you know, let Drake Weston, who's very shifty in the open field, he had a blocker in front of him. As the Rebels, they're not going to punt it. They're going for it. But the clock winds out as the Rebels, I think we're going to try to see if they can get the Kemmerer Rangers to jump off sides, but they don't, and that will do it for us here in the first quarter. Rebels take a 14-0 lead into quarter number 2. I'm Aaron Pulling. That's Rob Leifson. Thank you for joining us as you are watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
The Rebels' homecoming week continues as the Rebels will take on the Tinnick Miners tomorrow at 2:15 p.m. We have that game for you live on mylocalradio.com as well. It's on 98.3 KDQ. As we go back to our live cam, Rebels on top 14-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard as we start the second quarter. Decision time for the Rebels. The offense came out on the field before the quarter ended. There. Rebels are going to go for it. It's 4th and about 5. As they have to get just inside the Ranger 30. As Hudson Perry's coming onto the field late. See what the Rebels have planned here for 4th down. As it's the first play of the second quarter. Hoffman in the gun. Rebels got away with one there as a slot receiver moved. As Hoffman gets the snap, he's going to run the option. Cuts it back up the middle as he gets to the 40 with a first down. Hits the sideline to the 40, to the 30. Cuts back down the sideline before he's hauled out of bounds at the Kemmerer 25-yard line. The Rebels' aggressiveness pays off as Carter Hoffman picks up a first down and plus more. Rebels back inside Kemmerer territory as it'll be 1st and 10 from the Ranger 25-yard line.
Number 24, Logan Emery, a freshman, on the tackle on that one to save the touchdown for the Rangers.
So that play was being run right directly at us. And you can see Carter Hoffman's eyes. He looked towards the pitch man, and that froze that corner, allowed Hoffman to cut up field and pick up the gain as Hoffman comes out under center. They send Weston in motion. They're going to hand to him on the counter as he cuts back, trying to go around the right side. He's still on his feet, but that play was blown up by Owen Barton, the junior.
Weston, the ball carrier.
As it'll be a loss of about 2 on the play. They'll bring up 2nd down and 12.
There initially by number 54.
11:20 left to go here in the second quarter. Rebels on top 14-0. They have scored on their first their 2 drives in the first quarter, looking to continue that trend as they have second in. They're going to mark it 2nd and 13 as the Rebels have to get the ball to the Ranger 15 for a first down. As Hoffman under center. They send Riker Hoffman in motion as they give to Perry up the middle. He rumbles forward to about the 25-yard line as he picks up the yards that were lost. They'll bring up 3rd down and about 10 for the Rebels offense.
Gain of a couple will bring up 3rd and
I guess
10.
the question is, Rob, as you're getting closer and closer to field goal range, if you pick up 5 or 6 yards on this play, what's the decision? Do you kick or do you go for it?
Well, I was watching Coach Larson and Jaden Desch have a conversation before the game. I would say you're going to see a field goal attempt.
Now, speaking of Desch, he's one-on-one down at the bottom of the screen. As they send a man in motion, Hoffman looking to throw, drops back, looks that way, and he is wrapped up, taken down at the Kemmerer 30-yard line. The Rangers say the ball came out, as none of the officials have marked it yet.
Number 54, Bennett Pollard, with the pressure that caused Carter to have to pull that back in.
Applying the pressure.
Ball will be placed at the Kemmerer 29-yard line, and we're going to take a quick break because we have an injury on the field. You are watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com. as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plant Tires broadcast booth. And we have an injury on the field. As the player is being helped slowly sitting up.
Cam Jarman, physical therapist, out on the field, as well as the coaches kneeling down, trying to make sure that they are cautious.
As they help the player to their feet. Jaden Desch warming up his leg right now. As the injured player is Jordan Johnson, as he is being helped off the field. We'll see what the Rebels decide to do here. It is 4th and 14 on the 29-yard line. From here, it's going to be about a 46-yard field goal attempt.
Carter's out to make the hold. They're going to give it a field goal attempt.
Ball placed on the right dash.
Brings up
as Desch has.
Desch is going to try it from about the 36-yard line.
It'll be a 46-yard field goal. Hoffman gets the snap, ball down, kick is low, and that's off the back of the offensive line. It's a live ball, and the Rangers touch it. If the Rebels pick it up, they can retake possession. It's still on the ground as Rogers picks it up while he was down on 2 knees. As once the Rangers touch that ball, that's a live ball. Rebels nearly catch a break there as Desch's kick was a little low.
When you've got that big of a distance, that's typical, Aaron, but I'm telling a kicker what you already know.
Yeah. And, you know, you don't mind that. I mean, Desch, you're trying to perfect the field goal game. Desch has the leg, the ability to do so. And you have the defense. If your defense is playing well, why not take a shot? I don't mind that whatsoever because you never know. Maybe it could come down in the playoffs where you need a field goal. I love that they're trying field goals just in case that comes to that in the end of the season.
So the Rangers take over on the 29-yard line.
Schramm under center. Gabe Emery, the deep back. As they get the snap, they're going to give it to Logan Emery on the reverse, and he is taken down after a gain of about 2. Flag on the play as the far side linesman, as I think we're going to get an unnecessary roughness. They pointed towards the Rebels' side. So it looked like a player dove in on the pile late. He's getting a conversation with the officials. It's going to be a late hit against the Rebels. That'll push the ball 15 yards down the line, or down the field. As they'll walk it off. Lex Cornia getting the answer from the official. And it seems like they're having a conversation about it. Ball will be moved. They were going to spot it originally at the Kemmerer 38. As they continue to move it upfield, as it is a 15-yard penalty. Ball will be placed on the Ranger 43-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Rangers as the Rebels commit a defensive error there.
Let's have the 47.
The 47, Schramm under center, gets the snap, looking to throw, looks left. He's going to fire deep downfield as that is incomplete. As that was about 7 yards in front of the intended target, Bryson McGill. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Kason Johnson, number 10, depending on the play. But we talked about in the pregame, Aaron, the Rangers had not completed a pass, and I thought Coach Cornia was just going to sell the house and just go for the run. But the Rangers have kept us a little bit on our toes because they've already made more attempts or matched the number of attempts they've made in the whole season.
Second down.
2nd down and 10. Schramm under center. Gabe Emery, the deep back. As they send Rogers in motion, cuts it upfield on the end around. out across the 50 before he's hauled down at the Rebel 47. That'll bring up third down and medium. Call it 4.
Sorry, Garen.
9 minutes left to go in the third, as you were saying, Rob.
Jeremy Garcia, number 21 on the tackle.
3rd and 4.
Clock winds to 8:53. 3rd and 4 for the Rangers. Got to imagine this is 4-down territory as they are on the Rebels 46. Ball has to get to the Rebel 44. Or make that the Rebel 47. Schramm under center. As they send Logan Emery in motion, they give to Gabe Emery up the middle. He bounces off a tackle, but he falls forward. It'll depend on the spot as he got to the 45-yard line. That looks like it's going to be 4th down and maybe 1 on the play. If not 1, maybe a half yard.
Number 60, Talon Pace on the tackle.
Also 60, Talon Pace in on the play.
Rangers huddle up. 8:04 left to go here in the second quarter. They face a 4th and 1 as the Rebels send a man on late. Schramm under center. As they jump in the backfield, that is going to back the Rangers up.
Count real quick, Aaron, because I do believe the Rebels have got 12. But the ball, it's a dead ball foul, so I think it's still going to be an motion penalty against the Rangers.
They pointed forward like they're going to walk off 5. Penalty should offset. We just reset and do it again. Unless they're not calling the 12. Rebels catch a break.
When they were shouting that they needed a defensive tackle and another linebacker came in, I counted there were 12, and I'm like, what's going to happen on this one? But Coach Jernigan is not happy.
As he probably shouldn't be. I agree with him there. But you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com. When we come back, we'll have the rest of the second quarter.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com. Both teams have 2 timeouts left. 14-0 Rebels with 7:49 left to go in the second quarter. It'll be 4th and 6 for the Rangers offense. And Rob, got to talk about that break I think the Rebels caught before.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to be lucky. Shout out to Cam Jarman, who's down here working on Jordan Johnson's lower back and knees. Jordan doesn't look like he's having as much fun as Cam is. Got to watch the snap here, Aaron.
Rangers break the huddle.
4th down and 7.
4th down and
Ball's on the 49-yard line.
7 on the 49-yard line. Ball has to get to the Rebel 43 as they send a man in motion. They're going to pitch it to him. As they wanted to give on the reverse, they fake as Rogers cuts upfield, and he's got enough for the first down. Continues on his feet as that might have been a counter play, but the Rebels snuffed out the counter instead. Rogers keeps it himself. Good enough for a Ranger first down. As they'll be 1st and 10 Rangers from the Rebel 37-yard line.
And looked like Riker Hoffman, number 24, with the tackle finally.
As that was a good run there from Cole Rogers, the freshman, as he got hit. And we have a player that goes down. He's just putting his shoe back on.
Timeout called by the referee so we can get a shoe tied.
And official timeout.
Yeah, once he gets his shoe tied, he's got to get his gloves back on.
7:39 left to go here in the second quarter. Rangers looking to cut into the Rebel lead. They lead 14-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. As the Rebels defense have forced a couple of have forced a punt and a turnover on downs in 2 possessions. Rebels offense, 2 touchdowns on 3 possessions. Schramm under center. Gabe Emery, the deep back. Send a man in motion as they're going to give on the sweep as it's forced back upfield and hauled down as a play was made by a Rebels defender as he was being blocked, as that is Drake Weston with the tackle.
By number 23, Drake Weston.
As it'll be 2nd and maybe 9 on the play if they even give him a half yard. They don't. It'll be 2nd and 10 as the Rebels make a good defensive play there. 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. This is where you want to be if you're the Rebels defense. If you can get a stop on first down, holding the minimal yards, it puts the Rangers behind the sticks a little bit, and it forces them to throw the ball, which they are far more comfortable running it. Schramm under center. They send Rogers in motion. They're going to hand to Gabe Emery up the middle, and he is wrapped up, taken down there by Carson Muirbrook as he makes the play. Be a gain of about 1 on the play. 3rd down and maybe 9. With 6:30 left to go in the quarter.
Carson wanted to make sure you realize that was him on that tackle. He was fired up.
That's a great play. Should be fired up because if he gets around Carson, that play goes for 4 or 5, maybe 6 yards, and it kind of puts the Rangers back where they want to be. 3rd down and 9. Schramm under center. They send a man in motion as they pitch it on the option. That man in motion was Logan Emery, and he is wrapped up, taken down. Great play defensively by the Rebels.
Riker Hoffman, number 24.
That brings up 4th down and 9 for the Ranger defense, or Ranger offense, excuse me. They have to get to the Rebel 28-yard line. As they actually lose yardage on the play, it'll be 4th down and 10. As the Rebels defense looking to force another turnover on downs. Schramm under center. Send a man in motion. Schramm gets a snap, dropped back to pass, throws, has a man, and that is caught. And that'll depend on the spot, as it does not look like he got to the sticks before the throw. Ball caught by Bryson McGill.
Reception was made to Grayson McGill. Dash defending on the play.
It'll depend on the spot.
Jaden Desch says it's pretty obvious that it's not a first down and give the ball to the Rebels. I'll go with his call.
And it is indeed a first down for the Rebels as the ball is a yard short. It's a great job by Desch sitting on the sticks and knowing that you can allow 10, but you can't, or you can allow 9, excuse me, but you can't allow 10. Does a good job finishing that play off as it'll be 1st and 10 Rebels from their own 28-yard line.
Rangers eat up about 5 minutes off the clock.
When you're down by 2 scores, though, if you eat up that much time but you don't score, as that could be detrimental for a team. Rebels with an opportunity here to score before halftime, make it a 3-score game as Hoffman gets the snap. He runs up the middle on the option as he gains about a half yard on the play to bring up 2nd down and 9.
Hit there by a bunch. I think the initial hit.
Gabe Emery, number 40, in on that tackle, along with a few friends.
Gain of a short yard, 2nd and 9.
Clock continues to wind down under 4:18 left to play.
So they're going to be kind and give Carter a yard on the carry.
Hoffman in the shotgun, sends 2 receivers to his right. He's got 1 to his left. Noah Perry, the back in the backfield, to his right. As Hoffman gets the snap, he's going to roll to his right, looking downfield. Wants to throw, does throw, has Smith in the flats, caught at the 35-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. Flags fly, as this could possibly be tacked on a couple extra yards.
Flags on the play.
As we get a hat coming off from the referee, as that's going to be a 2nd penalty.
Skinner make the stop.
As clock will stop with 3:52 to go. Coach Jernigan out on the field. He's nearly at the hash marks, talking to a player. He's taking that player back with him.
That would be Tanner Schramm, his quarterback. He talked in the pregame show, you want to keep this game penalty-free. Unfortunately, this one's going to cost the Rangers.
That second, the hat came off, so I got to imagine it's 2 penalties against the Rangers. As we get personal foul, I'm pretty sure that's the late hit out of bounds. as that ball moves from the Rebel 29 all the way up to the 50-yard line. Nearly 30 yards of penalties on the play.
Unnecessary roughness against the Rangers takes the ball up to the 50-yard line, where it will be first down.
Rebels have the ball 1st and 10 at midfield. Hoffman in the shotgun. He's got trips to his left. One receiver up top to his right. That's Desch, as they do have Desch in one-on-one coverage. As Hoffman gets the snap, drops back, looks to throw. He's going to throw to Riker Hoffman on the bubble screen, as that's a good play there by number
Gabe
4,
Emery.
Gabe Emery, to make the play, stand Hoffman up. Brings up 2nd down and about 10 on the play. Rangers got to be careful, though, as Emery and Hoffman were tangled up. Hoffman went down late on the play, but it's getting chippy out there. So if you're the Rebel, if you're both teams, you kind of got to be careful, as the officials could be looking to send a message here before halftime, because it has gotten a little chippy. A couple of late hits so far in the contest, one for both sides. Rebels come out in the shotgun. Got 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Hoffman gets the snap, looks to the right, steps up, fakes the throw. He's at the 50, gets across the line of scrimmage before he's hauled down there by Gabe Emery.
Taken out of bounds by Emery.
That's a good thing that Hoffman didn't throw the ball, because Jordan Johnson is about 10 yards downfield, as Hoffman was able to pick up 4 yards on the play. If Hoffman doesn't throw that, if Hoffman throws that, that's probably an eligible man downfield.
Yeah. Maybe 3 yards on the play.
Gabe Emery again making the stop for the Rangers.
3rd down and about 6 for the Rebels offense, as they've got trips to the right. 1 receiver left. Hoffman in the shotgun. Gets the snap. He's going to roll right. Stops, fires. He's got a man downfield as Riker Hoffman behind the defense makes the catch at the 15-yard line and tracks into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! As Carter Hoffman, a 47-yard touchdown pass, puts the Rebels up 20-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard with 2:58 left to go.
I think it's began to snow, Aaron.
Confetti flies as Desch would kick the extra point. It's a good play design, as both defenders went to the flat to cover Desch, as Riker Hoffman sneaks wide open down the post. It's a good throw from Carter Hoffman as well, as Riker comes on, puts the big play chain on. Desch with the field. Extra point opportunity. Snap. Good. Hold good. Kick good. As the Rebels go on top 21-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. You're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KEDQ. More from the Les Schwab Plain Stars broadcast booth after this.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plain Stars broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team, online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KEDQ. Rebels on top, 21-0, 2:58 left to go in the first half. Desch will kick it away.
Carter Hoffman, 141 yards, 2 touchdowns through the air, Aaron.
Logan Emery and Cole Rogers, or make that Bryson McGill back deep to return. McGill on the left, Emery on the right. Desch gets the whistle. He approaches. Ball is blasted. Actually, make that a rolling kick as it hops over the head of the up back. Fielded by Rogers at the 20-yard line before he's hauled down before he gets to the 25. Desch kicks it. Desch makes the play on the other end. 1st and 10 for the Rangers.
It's like number 21, Jeremy Garcia, shaking up a little bit, but he's up and coming off the field under his own power.
It's Australian rules right there, where Desch kicks the ball, runs down, makes the tackle. That's the advantage sometimes of having your safety be your kicker as well, as he is able to make those plays. Rangers break the huddle. They have 2:53 left to work with in the first half. You got Jack Bell lined up as your middle linebacker. Big 65 in the middle of your screen. As Schramm on the reverse runs in to set big number 65. Your homecoming king, Jack Bell, makes the play. Second down and about 7 on the play. Target for the Rebels defense right now is they've got about 73 yards of field to work with. You want to try to keep the Rangers out of the end zone, as maybe you can force a field goal, but the objective here is to try to stop the Rangers from scoring before half. 2:25 left to go in the half. Rebels on top 21-0. Schramm under center. Ball placed on the Ranger 33-yard line. They give up the middle. That's going nowhere as he runs into the Rebels interior line, as that was given to Emery on the fullback dive. They'll bring up third down and about 8.
I think J.J. Chandler, number 59, gets credit for the majority of that.
Chandler and Johnson make the stop.
Yeah, the entirety of that defensive interior line for the Rebels had jumped on top of the pile. It's a lot of mass right there.
Loss of 1.
Some big human beings on that offensive line for the Rebels. Schramm under center. Sends the man in motion. Gets the snap, looks to throw, looks left, fires. That is incomplete, as that'll stop the clock as well. Rebels look to get the ball back with about 1:34 left to go in half. 2 timeouts left on the Rebels side too as well. As we'll see what the Rangers decide to do. I would imagine this is a punt situation here. As indeed they send number 66, Bridger Anderson, the 5'11 junior, back deep to kick. He'll stand on his own 10-yard line. Desch stands at his own 40, snaps high, but Anderson's able to get the punt off, as that's going to land at the Rebel 45, take a Kemmerer bounce all the way down inside the Rebel 40 to about the 38-yard line, where the Rebels will take over. 1:23 left to go in the half. That's a really good punt there from Anderson. As it flips the field a bit as he punted that from his 10, Rebels pick it up. Or excuse me, it's downed at the Rebel 33-yard line as that flips the field. But we've seen with this Rebels passing attack, Rob, they can get the ball downfield in a minute 23.
Yep, plenty of time to get another score in before half. You got to remember that the Rangers deferred the toss, so they will get the opening kick of the third quarter.
Hoffman has 2 passing touchdowns to his name already today, looking for more. Rebels break the huddle, as they have 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hoffman under center, Perry the deep back. As they send Drake Weston in motion, they're going to run the option, pitch to Weston as he's around the right side across the 30 to the 35, trying to get out of bounds, is able to do so as they'll stop the clock with 1:13 left to go. It's a good job by Drake Weston to get into the sideline.
Picks up about 6 or maybe 7. Daniel Smith, number 16, fighting, try to get him some more space on that edge.
Rebels have 2 timeouts left to work with. They're up 21-0. 1:13 left to go in the half. Hoffman in the shotgun. He's got Desch one-on-one at the top. 3 receivers to the left. Gets the snap. He looks left. He's going to throw. Has a man in Riker Hoffman caught at the 45-yard line as there's a flag on the play.
Probably going to be a hold, unfortunately, on the Rebels.
This clock will stop, as it is indeed a hold against the Rebels. They'll push the ball back 10 yards. It'll be 2nd and 13 coming up. We'll actually move the flag forward.
Well, let's see if it's a spot foul or whether they're going to take it from the line of scrimmage.
I think it'll be from the line of scrimmage. As the preliminary indication was a hold, as it is a hold against the Rebels. Bring up 2nd down and 13. 1:07 left to go. See what the Rebels decide to do here. They still have the ability to push the ball downfield. They are behind the sticks, and they are ahead, as they can kind of really dictate what happens here. 1:07 left to go. They huddle up as they back it up to the Rebel 30-yard line. Rebels have to get to their own 47 for a first down.
Looks like it pushes them back to the 29.
Ball on the 29-yard line.
Hoffman under center. Perry the deep back. They send Weston in motion. They fake the pitch, give to Perry up the gut as he rumbles forward past the original line of scrimmage. They'll bring up third down and about 9 as the Rebels letting the clock wind. And sometimes you get behind the sticks. Actually, the Rebels are going quickly. I do like this, the way that they're going about this. They have 2 timeouts. If they can get the first down, then they can call timeout, stop the clock. But if not, then the clock continues to wind. Hoffman gets the snap, looks to throw, looks right, fakes, steps up in the pocket, throwing on the run, has a man in Hoffman. As that is short and nearly intercepted. It's a great play there by Riker Hoffman just to break that pass up. As big 66, Bridger Anderson in coverage makes the play. As on the run, I don't think Carter got as much on that ball as he wanted to. As it'll bring up 4th down and 9. See what the Rebels decide to do here is Jaden Desch looks like he's going to drop back deep to punt. But I like that. The way the Rebels ran that last minute, in the last minute right there, where they let the clock wind down. If they would have stopped the clock at 40 seconds, you're giving Kemmerer more time to try to score. Instead, they let it go as Desch gets the punt off. As that ball end over end, fielded on the run by McGill, and he is stopped right there. That's a pretty good play in special teams by, I believe, Noah Perry, who slowed him up as the Rebels were able to finish him off.
That was McGill that took that punt.
You saw a similar play earlier last week, Aaron, with the University of Utah. Receiver made the catch and ran horizontally in front of the goal line to run more time off the clock. Took another 5 seconds off.
So bring up 1st and 10 Rangers on their own 47-yard line. 24 seconds left to go. Rangers have 2 timeouts left. See if they try to push the ball down the field, get a score before halftime. We've got to remember the Rangers get the ball back. Schramm under center. Sends a man in motion. Drops back to pass, looks left. He's going to throw a screen as he overthrows his man, Rogers, who was open on the screen attempt. That'll be 2nd down and 10 as a couple seconds run off the clock with 20.9 seconds left to go. Here in the second quarter, Rebels on top 21-0. Rangers looking to strike before half.
J.J. Chandler giving Schramm a tough angle to try to throw that ball as he was putting pressure on the quarterback.
If you're not a tall quarterback, screen passes can be hard. You got to float it over to a receiver where you can't see and hope there isn't a defender there. Schramm under center, dropping back to pass, looking to throw. Throws left as that is overthrown as a couple of Rebels were running the route for the receiver. Ball lands on the 10 as they were trying to find, looks like, Bryson McGill on the play.
You got your 2 safeties, Riker Hoffman and Jaden Desch, playing center field, knowing that the Rangers are trying to go deep.
Brings up 3rd and 10, 12.9 seconds left to go. See what the Rangers decide to do here. Of course, they do have 2 timeouts. As it's 3rd and 10. For the Rebels, though, if you're able to get a stop, you could possibly, you have 2 timeouts left yourself. You can call a timeout, force that punt. Schramm. As it's a fumble. Ball's on the ground. It'll depend on who has it. The Rangers fall on top of it. 9.3 left to go as Tyson Larson calls a timeout.
Logan Emery makes the recovery.
As the clock's going to continue to wind. And Rebels call a timeout with about 6.7 left to go. As we're going to stay right here. Brings up 4th and 12 for the Rangers. It's forced the Rangers to either punt or run another play.
Going to add some more time on the clock.
They're going to take time off, as it'll be 3 seconds when the ball snapped.
You are correct, Aaron. Going to take down to 3 seconds, which pretty much eliminates the chance for the Rebels to do much unless you get a good punt return.
Yeah, force a 4th down play where the Rangers have to try to push it to the end zone. Schramm does have a pretty good arm as he was able to throw that last ball. It landed at the 10. Fortunately for the Rangers, though, the best player on the field in a jump ball situation has got to be 5 in gray, Jaden Desch, as he's able to high point the ball very well. We'll see what the Rangers decide to do. See how the Rebels play this defensively. You got Riker Hoffman and Jaden Desch back deep playing safety, and I imagine those are probably the same two players that would be back deep if it's a punt, as they do send Anderson out on the field.
Last time it was a high snap, Aaron. You never know what can happen.
Yeah, forcing this fourth down play, anything can happen.
Number 66, Bridger Anderson.
As you got to imagine, Bridger Anderson, the conversation could have been just to punt it straight out of bounds. With 3 seconds left, that's not going to be enough time for the Rebels to run a play if they do punt it out of bounds. They punt it to the sideline. They do exactly that, as Anderson with a good angle punt there allows the clock to run out. And as the players run off the field, the Rebels are on top 21-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard after one half of play. You're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
The Hometown Drive-In has been helping families celebrate and create happy memories at beautiful Bear Lake for generations. With amazing burgers, fries, and other Hometown Drive-In favorites, the food is always delicious, and everyone in the family will find something they love. Whenever you're at Bear Lake, make sure you stop. Beautiful blue water and Bear Lake raspberry shakes have been making people smile for generations. Put a smile on your face at the Hometown Drive-In, Bear Lake.
Rebels have another home game next week as they'll take on the Thermopolis Bobcats after a heartbreaking loss in Thermopolis last year. Rebels looking for a modicum of revenge. As I'm Aaron Poling, I'll have that game for you on 98.3 KDQ as well as live streaming on mylocalradio.com.
The football team is lined up on
Rich School District has a legendary history of student success in the classroom and in other areas. Over 70% of Rich High students are involved in extracurricular activities. Participation in the classroom, on the field, in the gym, or on the stage helps students reach their potential. Working together with students, the community, and an amazing staff, we have the opportunity to build tomorrow's leaders. Rich School District, focusing on success, one student at a time.
We're going to watch the royalty of the Rich Rebels roll out onto the field, as we're going to hide the scoreboard for the moment just so we can watch this on your Hometown Drive-In halftime show.
Homecoming King, Jack Bell, and your homecoming queen, Violet Taylor. Let's have a big hand. This year's homecoming royalty.
your queen this year, Violet Taylor, daughter of Weston and Sarah Taylor. The king, Jack Bell, son of Kyle Bell. First attendant, Ava Ellsworth, daughter of Brian and Heather Ellsworth. Your first knight, Noah Perry, son of Nate and Amber Perry. Second attendant, Janie Wallentine, daughter of Darren and Trish Wallentine. And your second knight is Jaden Desch, son of Conrad and Kalia Desch. And your jestress, Nia Jolly, daughter of Greg and Lisa Jolly. And your jester, Raiden Lutz, son of Darren and Cherie Lutz. And it looks like Principal Calder is driving the truck.
A little jealous. That's a nice brand new truck it looks like he's driving around.
I think the truck donated for the day by Heritage Dodge, so thank you very much to them.
As that is your 2023
and now
homecoming
for your halftime entertainment
court.
Enjoy our Rich High cheerleaders.
Rich cheerleaders hit the field. It is time for your Hometown Drive-In halftime show. As when we come back, we'll have some first half highlights for you, as well as your T7 Propane Standout Student of the Week. That is Hannah Scott. You're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208.
With this week's T7 Propane Standout Student of the Week, Hannah Scott. Hannah, how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
So I walk in today and you see all the banners, the streams, the balloons, HOCO 2023. That's homecoming for some of the people at home that might not know. What's homecoming week like for you and what excites you about it?
It's such a blast for me. I love the energy and all the excitement around homecoming. I think it brings a new school spirit and it really unites us. I really love how we all come together, even like all the classes, to decorate and to just make this week a blast to push forward into the school year.
What are some of the events this year? I know a lot of schools do dress-up events. What are some of the events you guys have going on?
Yeah, we have a dress-up day every day, and then we do like powder puff where the girls play football. We have volley buff where the boys play volleyball, so that's really fun to watch. We have float decorating where we have our parade, and then we have like sidewalk decorating and banner decorating, and yeah, there's just a bunch of sports and all that stuff.
What are some of the themes this year?
We do Barbie and Ken versus Addams Family, so we're like separating the classes, so that's kind of fun. And then we're doing like twin day and student teacher swap, and then soccer mom and barbecue dad.
Those last two are pretty good. So to some of the sports, you guys have really bounced back. You know, maybe not the way it wanted to go in Tabiona, but you won. And the most important thing is winning, right? So what has really been the difference since you guys kind of fell behind record-wise in the Cokeville tournament, but since then you guys have stormed back with 4 straight wins? Go ahead and tell me what really changed for you guys.
I think we realized why we wanted to play, why we were here showing up every day after school, and why we showed up as a team, because we came in here as state champs, we all know, and we kind of just wanted to win, and I think it really affected how we played. So I think it's great to realize that we are here to have fun, come together as a team, and really just unite together.
So it's homecoming week, and like you said earlier in the interview, there is a definite different atmosphere in the gym when it's homecoming week and you guys are playing. You guys have 2 games this week during homecoming week. Talk about what the atmosphere is going to be like, 'cause it's something I get really excited for.
The student section's always massive. It's always really fun to play for them, and I just love having the support of all the student body and what they bring to the table, whether it's a dress up or a theme or anything like that, or just the amazing cheers they give. It really hypes us all up and it makes us perform a lot better.
On to more personal questions. What do you want out of this year? It's your senior year, athletic-wise, academic-wise. What are some of your goals this year?
I really want to step out of my comfort zone, even in sports and all that kind of stuff. I want to put myself out there. It's my last year, so I want to try all that I can. And academics, I want to put my best foot forward and try and do my best for the future. College is coming up, and it's a big, scary thing, but I think if I put my best effort into it, I'll be where I end up, I guess.
Would you say a guy putting a microphone in your face and asking you to talk is out of your comfort zone?
Yes, very much so.
Well, I'm glad I could help. So athletics-wise, you guys have another really good team this year. You guys are very solid all around. What do you guys got to do to continue to roll? Like I said, you guys are on a 4-game win streak.
Kind of already said, but just have fun. I think we play a lot better when we're having fun together, and I love how when we're pumped up and have energy, just all the cool plays that bring momentum to the team and create us to push forward into a great game.
One last question for you. What should the world know about Hannah Scott?
She's not scared to do what needs to be done. I think I just want to go out there and put all my effort into it. I kind of talked about it with my coach the other day about using my strengths and all that kind of stuff. And I think what she needs me in there for, I'm willing to do. And I think that goes along with academics. Whatever I need to do, I'm willing to do it.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Established in 1872, Woodruff, Utah has a long history of good neighbors helping each other succeed. Woodruff was built with hard work, integrity, and a sense of community that can be felt every time you visit. We have always celebrated all students in academics and extracurricular activities, and we cheer on our rich rebels. Woodruff, Utah, a great place to live.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. We want to thank Hannah Scott for being a part of this week's T7 Propane Standout Student of the Week interview, as we want to thank T7 Propane as well. Now it is time for some Town of Woodruff first half highlights, and for that, turn it over to Rob Leifson.
Now, the Rebels jumped out early. Aaron, 3 minutes into the game, a 37-yard touchdown pass from Carter Hoffman to Jaden Desch. He tried to get out of bounds on the 1-yard line, but he got in, and it's 7-0 with the extra point by Jaden. KEMMERER had to punt, and then you get a catch by Riker Hoffman. He takes an out of bounds at the 1-yard line, and Carter Grohl is inserted into the game and goes off the right-hand side for a 1-yard touchdown run with PAT. It is 14-0 for the Rebels. KEMMERER turns it over on downs, and then Rich makes a drive. Unfortunately, they got stalled about the 35-yard line. Jaden Desch made an attempt for a field goal. It was blocked, and KEMMERER turned it over again on downs. Riker Hoffman slips behind the secondary in the second quarter with about 4 minutes to go and catches a 47-yard touchdown pass to make it 21-0, and the 2 punts finish off the half. Few stats for you. Carter Hoffman, and these are unofficial because our good friend Colin Pace is not available, trying to make a change for a new position in Price. So these are unofficial, Aaron, but Carter Hoffman, I've got him 6 of 7 for 141 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jaden Desch, 2 catches for 61 yards. He averages about 90 a game, and one of those for a touchdown. Riker Hoffman with 2 catches for 72 yards and a touchdown. And for the Rangers, something we did not expect, Schramm is 2 of 7 for 12 yards, as we didn't anticipate them to put the ball in the air very much. As far as the rushing is concerned, not surprised that Cole Rogers, number 2, a freshman, is their workhorse. He's had 6 carries for 28 yards. And for the Rebels, Carter Hoffman continues to lead, 9 carries for 80 yards for the Rebels.
Yeah, that's a great first half, and I'm actually really happy to see Riker Hoffman get a touchdown pass because on the one that he ran out of bounds for Carter to score it, he could have walked into the end zone. It's really good to see that he got rewarded in the end. Of course, he has a nice little touchdown catch later in the game. 21-0 Rebels on top over the Rangers, as when we come back, we'll have the second half for you. You're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Whether you're recovering from an injury, just had surgery, or you're dealing with a chronic condition, Evanston Regional Hospital Physical Therapy will help you every step of the way to reach your goals and get back to doing what you love. In addition to the top-of-the-line facilities, we are the only physical therapy clinic in Southwest Wyoming with a full-size therapy pool and spa for aquatic-based treatment. Call today to schedule an appointment. Evanston Regional Hospital, helping you get your life back.
The Hometown Drive-In has been helping families celebrate and create happy memories at beautiful Bear Lake for generations. With amazing burgers, fries, and other Hometown Drive-In favorites, the food is always delicious, and everyone in the family will find something they love. Whenever you're at Bear Lake, make sure you stop. Beautiful Blue Water and Bear Lake Raspberry Shakes have been making people smile for generations. Put a smile on your face at the Hometown Drive-In, Bear Lake.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth as we go to our live cam. Rob, what are some of your impressions of that first half?
Well, very consistent from the Rebels offense. I, too, agree with your comment about Riker Hoffman. it's good to see some other receivers getting involved in the offense, because it's not one of the worst kept secrets from any other team that's going to scout the Rebels that Jaden Desch is the number one target. So when you can use other players and use him as a decoy, opens things up even more. The running game has been a little bit of a challenge. Carter did have one nice breakaway, but I'd like to see the running game going a little bit more. And I love the defense and the pressure they're putting on the Rangers.
Yeah, it seems like the Rebels are looking more to air it out a little bit here in the game. They have 171 yards passing, so that's probably partially why the running game hasn't been as great as you'd want it to be. When you're ripping up yards through the air like that, 171 yards and a half, that's crazy. That's averaging nearly 300.
They've been averaging about 100 a game before today, Aaron.
Jaden Desch lines up, ready to boot this one away as the second half of play
Desch will do the kicking.
is almost ready to go as we get the officials lined up in their spots. Back deep to return for the Rangers is Logan Emery on the right-hand side. Bryson McGill on the left-hand side. Desch boots it away, and we are underway here in the second half as it is Emery on the return. He muffs it and picks it up at the 20. Doesn't have control of the ball on the ground. Rebels have it. Turn it over. Rebels recover the fumble as I think it was Sam Leifson who delivered the initial hit. Recovered by the Rebels defense or Rebels special teams unit. Now they have the ball, 1st and 10 on the Ranger 25 as the special teams unit makes a play.
Yeah, we started last week on the second half as a big special teams play. Unfortunately, was not on the Rebels' favor. This one, on the other hand, gives the Rebels the ball on the 25-yard line.
Be 1st and 10 Rebels as 11:53 left to go. Easton Eborn with the recovery. I thought it was Leifson who delivered the hit to pop the ball loose, but Emery never really had the ball as he muffed the initial kick. It rolled forward on him. He tried to pick it up and make a move at the same time. Didn't work as Hoffman
putting the big play chain on Carter Grohl.
Hoffman under center. Gets the snap, hands to Perry. He is hit immediately and driven to the ground as that was number 20, Tanner Schramm. Makes a good play there. And if it is Carter Grohl, what a fitting day for Carter. You know, makes a special teams play there, forces a turnover, has a touchdown, of course. You know, you love to see it. As that's a kid who I'm sure just like his dad eats, breathes, and sleeps football and loves the game. And it's good to see him get rewarded here, making a couple of plays. Rebels break the huddle. Perry the deep back. 2 receivers left. Tight end on the line, receiver to the right as they send Weston in motion. They give to Perry up the middle, cuts back, lowers his shoulder out across the 20-yard line as he's able to pick up 5 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5 from the Kemmerer 20.
Number 58.
58, Grayson Kelly, a junior on the stop.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
Noah picks up 5 yards on the carry.
Rebels break the huddle. They got 2 receivers. 1 split out each way. Actually, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left as Riker Hoffman steps off the line. They get the snap. They're going to hand to Weston in the backfield, trying to navigate some room all the way out to the 16-yard line. That's going to be 4th down and about 1. Let's see what the Rebels decide to do here. Looks like the offense is staying on the field. Looks like the offense is going to go quickly.
Picks up 4. It'll be 4th down and
they line up in the I formation. Hoffman under center, gets the snap. He's going to go forward, falls forward as he looks like he got out across that 25-yard line, which he had to get to.
Not an easy couple yards, but depends on the spot.
It is a 1st down as the ball, they started with the ball on the 25-yard line, had to get to the 15. That ball is touching that 15-yard line. That makes it a little easier on the officials. 1st and 10 on the 15-yard line. Rebels can get a 1st down on their way to the end zone at the 5-yard line. Hoffman under center. Perry the deep back. He's got a receiver split out both ways. They send Riker Hoffman in motion. They're going to give to him on the counter. As he cuts back up the middle, he's popped there by Gabe Emery. As that's a big hit by Emery. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Riker
I think Riker has a little conversation there with Emery because he met him in that hole and brought him to the ground.
Rebels break the huddle as they send a receiver out each way. They're in the I formation. Riker Hoffman, the deep back. Perry, the fullback. As they snap the ball, they're going to go to Riker Hoffman all around the left side. Out across the 10, lowers his head as he picks up about 7 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3 as he's taken down by Profit. 8:59 left to go in.
Gang takes it up
the third quarter. A possession that the Rebels started on the Kemmerer 25-yard line after the forced turnover. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Definitely 4-down territory there, Aaron.
Hoffman under center. Perry the deep back. 2 receivers left. 1 to the right as they send Weston in motion. They're going to pitch it to Perry. Cuts up the middle, and I don't think he got there. He's able to fall forward and make it close.
Number 50, Owen Barton with the grab.
Number 50, Owen Barton makes a stop short of a first down.
So that is short of the first down, but about a half yard to gain.
Yeah,
4th and 1.
You just made a 4th and 2, so 4th and 1 should be doable.
Hoffman under center. Perry the deep back. Hoffman gets the snap. He's given to Perry up the gut, pushes forward as he falls forward. The far side official has him across that 5-yard line, but we'll see. That's a pretty good defensive play on 4th and very short by that Rangers front line. As the head official does point that way towards a first down for the Rebels. 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. As we'll see what the Rebels do here.
Down from the 5. 1st and goal from the 5.
Clock continues to wind under 7:50 to go. 21-0 Rebels looking to extend that lead. 1st and goal from the Kemmerer 5-yard line. Ball snapped. Hoffman throws. Caught by Perry out in the flat. That's a great defensive play there by Anderson.
Reception
as he makes the stop.
Stopped by.
Brings up 2nd down and goal after.
Also in on the play.
Like no gain on the play. Ball still placed on that 5-yard line.
Great defensive stop right there by the Rangers.
The ball game for the Rebels, number 35, Dylan Fonsback.
He's been swapping in and out as a wideout a little bit during the game.
As he plays tight end, and that's how they used him a couple of times so far throughout the year. Hoffman under center. 2 receivers to the right. As they send Riker Hoffman in motion, they're going to fake it to him. Carter Hoffman rolls out, has some space in front of him, tries to keep it himself, reaches out for the touchdown. Carter Hoffman runs it in for 5 yards out. As we check that out on the Stacy's Repair instant replay, you can see him dive and reach out. It's a great second effort from Hoffman as the Rebels go on top, 27-0. Jaden Desch on to attempt the extra point. As that's a really good design, Rob. They run that counter so often when they put that man in motion. They fake it there, and it's a little one-route choice option for Carter Hoffman. He could have thrown to Desch. Instead, runs it in for a touchdown. Snap good, hold good. Kick is good, actually. It's a really good job by Carter Hoffman to get that hold down, as that was a little low on the snap. But Rebels go up 28-0 as you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com. When we come back, we'll have more of the third quarter.
Buying or selling real estate can be fun, especially when you have a realtor that's working hard on your behalf. Gary McKee and the team at Bear Lake Realty have unparalleled industry knowledge, experience, and local expertise. The team at Bear Lake Realty will work to get you the best price. Whatever you're looking for, buying or selling, residential, commercial, year-round living, half shares, quarter shares, or income property, hire the best real estate company, Bear Lake Realty. Log on today, bearlakerealty.com.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Playing Tires broadcast booth. As it's time for the Gary Bear Fan Camp, brought to you by broker Gary McKee and Bear Lake Realty. As we try to catch as many of the fans as we have possible, it is a packed field as Desch will kick off for all your realty needs in Bear Lake. Whether you're buying or selling, hire the best, Gary McKee and Bear Lake Realty. As that kick is a pooch kick that's fielded by number 71 Coulter Krell at the KEMMERER 32-yard line. As he falls down on it, Ranger will take over there. That's a good play by Krell, just to make sure you get the ball. 1st and 10 Rangers.
On the pooch kick.
And Rob, that drive for the Rebels, it only went 25 yards, but it nearly took off 6 minutes of time. And that is something that Tyson Larson has mentioned to me a couple times in interviews, that Coach Larson loves to eat the clock, and that's a great job there by the Rebels eating the clock. 6:42 to go, 28-0 Rebels. Schramm pitches it to Logan Emery around the left side. He's hauled down there by a combination of Carter Hoffman, Drake Weston. Not before he picks up 5 yards on the play, 2nd down and 5. Rangers break the huddle. 28-0 Rebels on the station on main scoreboard. 6:15 left to go. Schramm under center. Gabe Emery the deep back. As they send Rogers in motion, they pitch to him around the right side. Cuts back up the middle, and he is hauled down at the line of scrimmage. Whole host of Rebels in on the play. 3rd down and about 5.
Chandler makes initial hit.
J.J. Chandler with the tackle.
And then left out by Carter Hoffman.
3rd and 5 on the play. Rangers break the huddle. Or excuse me, they huddle up. Send one receiver out of the huddle.
4 for the Rangers.
Schramm under center. Gabe Emery the deep back. They send Rogers in motion. Drop back to pass. Looks right. Throws. That is off the hands of Drake Weston. Incomplete. That brings up 4th and 5. We've got a late flag on the play. To see what the flag is, it was thrown by the head official.
Either we got a late hit on the Rebels on the quarterback or a hold.
The clapping coming from the KEMMERER side makes me think that it probably is that late hit. There's a couple of Rebels coming around the edge.
Personal foul penalty against
as it will be a late hit on the quarterback.
Be a 15-yard penalty. That'll take the ball up.
Moves the ball into Rebel territory to the Rebel 46-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Rangers. And that's a big break there for the Rangers as the Rebels had them backed up 4th and 10 after the stop. Instead, it's a new life for the Rangers offense. 1st and 10, Schramm under center. Gabe Emery the deep back. As they send Logan Emery in motion, they're going to throw as Schramm actually keeps it himself. Lutz there to make the play after a gain of 4. As that's a great play by Raiden Lutz. With 5:05 left to go, 2nd and about 6 for the Ranger offense.
A little help from Carter Hoffman on the tackle as well. I think that was a busted play because I don't think that was a design throw or design run for Schramm.
Yeah, he ran into Emery in the backfield. And after he kind of ran into his fullback, he just ran forward. That's a good job by Schramm, who, with his legs, I think is able to make plays, as he showed towards the end of the game last year. Schramm is a dynamic athlete. Under center. Sends a man in motion. That's another busted play as he falls down. As it looked like that was going to be an end around, Schramm didn't get the snap cleanly. He was able to turn what should have been a loss into a gain of 1. It's a good job by Schramm to pick up 1. 3rd and 5 for the Rangers offense.
Jack Bell, number 65, your homecoming king with the stop.
Nothing like a little tackle or a touch tackle where you touch the guy and you get the tackle because the quarterback fell down. But it's a great job by Jack being in position to make that play. Brings up 3rd down and 5. 4:07 left to go in the ballgame. Schramm under center. As he sends a man in motion, he's going to pitch it to Emery around the left side. Logan Emery is wrapped up, taken down. As we're going to The Rebels are going to get away with one there as Lutz gave a little extra shove to the running back after his feet came up after the tackle. Be 1st and 10 for the Rangers. You got to be careful now if you're the Rebels. You're up 3 scores. You don't want to keep giving up yardage that, let's face it, the 15 yards on the late hit is unearned because of penalties.
Calls out to the 35.
As the Rebels are going to pull Lutz off the field, give him a little bit of a break to, regain his composure. 3:35 left to go. Schramm under center. They send a man in motion, as that is Rogers around the right side. He is stood up there by Riker Hoffman, as that's a loss on the play. Loss of 2. Great play by Hoffman. 2nd down and 12 with 3:20 left to go in the ball game. In the quarter.
Tackle for a loss. Bring up 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12, ball on the Rebel 32-yard line. Make that the 37-yard line. Rangers break the huddle. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. As they run a form of the wing T, they send a man, Logan Emery, in motion to drop back to pass, looking to throw. Schramm is wrapped up, and he is going to be finished off there by a couple of different Rebels, but leading the way, number 59, Easton Eborn with the sack. That's a loss of about 4 on the play, bringing up 3rd and 16 for the Ranger offense. And Rob, this defensive line starting to take over.
They are, and you can. We've talked about it before. You do have numbers against KEMMERER. They've got about 25 players in uniform. Rebels have 45, and we've talked about the depth of the Rebels earlier in the season, and that's where this starts to pay off late in the game.
Rangers break the huddle. Schramm under center. Gabe Emery, the deep back. As they send Logan Emery in motion. Schramm drops back to pass, throws, and that is over the head of Logan Emery, out in the flats, trying to screen play. That brings up 4th and 15 on the Rebel side of the field. See what the Rangers decide to do here. As Anderson is on the field, the punter, but he's also an offensive lineman on this team.
4th and 15 from the 40.
As they send in Bryce Brown to deliver the play, it looks like they are going to.
Punt's only going to get you down to maybe inside the 10, so I don't blame the Rangers for rolling the dice here.
No, this is the right choice. Down 4 scores, trying to get back into this game. 2:11 to go. Schramm under center. Sends a man in motion, gets the snap. They're throwing as they're going to throw towards Dash. Intercepted by Dash to the 40, to the 50. Jaden Dash runs out of bounds with another interception as Dash read that like a book. Turnover gives the Rebels the ball. 1st and 10 on the Ranger 45-yard line. 2:03 left to go in the third. 28-0 Rebels looking to extend that lead. And Rob, that's something over the last 2 seasons, we've seen Dash do quite a bit.
I think that is his 4th of the season, but I have to check the stat sheet.
He is a ball hawk by all terms. He reads plays so well and is just there to make the play. As he sat on we talked about in the first half, he sat on the 1st down marker, made the tackle. That time he sat on the 1st down marker. And I heard someone on the Rebels sideline yelling, "Coming your way," and he read it perfectly. Interception, Rebels ball, 1st and 10 from the Ranger 44-yard line. Hoffman under center, hands to Perry to the right side as he makes a couple men miss. Still on his feet, rumbling forward to about the 35-yard line. That's short of the 1st down by about a half yard, but he took a couple of Rangers for a ride. 2nd down and 1, and this is where Noah Perry can really take over the game after you've worn the defense down for 3 quarters nearly. You give to Perry, who really hasn't had much work today, and you let him take over.
He did the same thing against Monticello, if you remember, late in the game. That whole drive in the 4th quarter was Noah.
And they're going to mark him at the 36-yard line. 1st down is the 34. So 2nd and 2. Hoffman in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Hoffman gets a snap, looking to throw, drops back, fires over the middle. Had Noah Perry. That's off of Perry's hands. Incomplete on the crossing route. That brings up 3rd and 2 with 1:08 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Brings up 3rd down and 2 yards to go for the 1st down.
1:08 left to go. So like what Tyson Larson did right there. He grabbed Dash, pulled him over to the side, told him to play instead of having him run all the way back to the huddle as the Rebels were already huddled up. Hoffman in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Gets the snap. He's going to look left. Looks back to the middle of the field. Has a man. It's caught. Riker Hoffman makes a man miss. Nothing but the goalpost in front of him. Touchdown, Rebels. As we got a whistle blown.
We got a flag on the far side of the field. I'm not sure what that's for.
as we will await the official signal from the officials. As they're going to call them back.
That was a great crossing pattern between Hoffman and Desch, which is why Riker was wide open.
Officials conversate on the field.
Your lead referee, Randall Silcox, has had a busy day.
And it's going to be an illegal formation against the Rebels. I'll back him up 5.
Procedure penalty against the Rebels.
If there is one knock on the Rebels today, Aaron, that's about the 50th penalty yard given to the Rebels. Of course, we know 15 of that came from pure design.
There's a late hit on the quarterback, late hit out of bounds by the Rebels, but stuff that they can fix, that they'll clean up, as this is their second 11-man game, and sometimes an illegal formation like that's going to happen when you're going back and forth between 8-man, 11-man football. 58.3 left to go. Rebels on top, 28-0. They face third and about 7. Hoffman in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. As he gets the snap, drops back to throw. He's going to throw over the middle. Has a man that's deflected high in the air and nearly intercepted by McGillis. As it'll be 4th down and 6. We'll see what the Rebels decide to do. Ball in Kemmerer territory.
Yes.
As they are ahead 4 scores with 52.3 left to go. They're huddling up, and it looks like the Rebels are going to go for it. Ball placed on the Kemmerer 41-yard line.
If you remember last time, Aaron, they ran the option with Carter. He made a perfect read, which put him down the sideline.
Trips to the left side of the field. 1 receiver to the right. As they are shading 2 players to Desch's side. Hoffman drops back to throw. Scrambles, looks, fires, has a man that is intercepted. No, dropped on the play. As you can see on that play, they kind of shaded 2 players towards Desch's side. They had a man open. Unfortunately, Carter could not make the throw on the run. 42.8 left to go in the third quarter. Rangers will take over 1st and 10 on the Rebel 41.
I know Logan Emery's maybe feeling a little bit bad about dropping that interception, but it actually bodes well for the Rangers because it puts the ball back on the 40 where the interception would have been about at the 21.
Yeah. You want that pick for your stats, but it also like you said, it helps your team out immensely. 1st and 10, ball on the Kemmerer 41. Schramm under center, drops back, looks to throw, fires, and that's incomplete. As he was looking for number 12, Kyle Fox, the 6-foot sophomore, as he's unable to make the diving catch. 38.5 left to go. 2nd and 10, Rangers.
Well, for never attempting to pass when they beat Glenrock in the first game of the season. Of course, they didn't probably need to throw because they were racking up about 375 yards on the ground and only making 4 attempts last week in the loss against Thermopolis. That is the 12th attempt from Schramm.
Schramm lines up under center. Gabe Emery, the deep back. He's got a receiver split out both ways, has a slot back in the wing tee as they give to Emery right up the gut as he pushes the pile forward for about 7 yards on the play. Make that 6, actually. It'll bring up 3rd and 4.
At the bottom of that pile for the Rebels.
As it'll actually be 3rd and 5 as they mark him a little bit shorter than where he landed. Clock continues to wind down, under 15 seconds left to go in the quarter. See if the Rangers are able to get a play off as they walk to the line of scrimmage. 6 left to go. Schramm under center. Gets the snap. He's going to hand up the gut to Emery as Emery lunges forward. He got twisted up as he is going to gain about a yard. And when we come back for the 4th quarter, it'll be 4th and about 5 for the Rangers. You're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Rich School District has a legendary history of student success in the classroom and in other areas. Over 70% of Rich High students are involved in extracurricular activities. Participation in the classroom, on the field, in the gym, or on the stage helps students reach their potential. Working together with students, the community, and an amazing staff, we have the opportunity to build tomorrow's leaders. Rich School District, focusing on success, one student at a time.
off to the rodeo. My Local Rodeo is proud to bring you live streaming coverage of high school rodeo from Utah and Wyoming, as well as the Intermountain Icebreaker of the National High School Rodeo Association's Western Legacy Series in 2023 and 2024. If you're interested in becoming a broadcast sponsor and advertising your business to the most loyal group of viewers in the country, you won't find a better opportunity. Call us today to claim your spot, 307-789-8116. That's 307-789-8116. We're off to the rodeo.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains podcast on live cam. Rebels on top 28-0. Their defense faces a 4th and 5. Rangers have the ball just on the Ranger side of midfield on their own 48. Ball has to get to the Rebel 48 for a first down. They send a man in motion. Schramm under center as Rogers goes back in motion again. They send Rogers in motion again as we're going to get a timeout called.
I think they were trying to draw the Rebels off sides, and that did not work.
Timeout called by the Rangers. We're going to take a timeout as well as you are watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tigers broadcast booth. 4th and 4 for the Rangers offense. Schramm under center, gets the snap. He's going to keep it himself, cuts upfield, has enough for the first down, lowers his shoulder and out across the Rebel 45 to about the 43. 1st and 10 Rangers.
I believe that was Daniel Smith that just got a chance to meet Schramm with the stop.
Rebels rotating through their defensive alignments as Holmes comes into the game as a corner on the far side. Clock winds under, 11:50 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Rebels on top 28-0. Rangers looking to get on the board, cut it to 3 scores. Schramm under center. Gets the snap, he's gonna pitch it to Logan Emery, cuts it back upfield before he is wrapped up, taken down there by Daniel Smith, I believe, as Smith pops up.
Yep. Stopped again by Daniel Smith.
2nd down and 7 as Smith makes back-to-back tackles from that safety position.
Gain of about 3, 2nd and 7.
Clock continues to wind, under 11:17 left to go. Ball placed on the Rebel 40-yard line. Schramm under center. Gabe Emery the deep back. As they send Logan Emery in motion, they fake to Gabe Emery. Instead, it's going to be Schramm around the outside, taken down after a gain of about 5 on the play as it's Lutz with a tackle. As around the right side was Schramm. That brings up 3rd down and 3.
Bring up a 3rd down. And
Raiden with a nice tackle around the ankles, just trips him up, brings him down. And you get the line change from the Rebel defense.
Yeah, right now for the Rebels, it's about clock management. You don't want to become not aggressive enough. They're up 28-0 with just over 10:30 left to play. But you want to allow the clock to continue to wind and salt away the win. As 2 players go in motion, that's going to be a legal formation as both of them, neither of them came set.
Flag on the play.
As both Emery and Rogers were in motion at the snap. It's an illegal shift.
And that'll back him up 5.
They're actually going to decline it, it looks like. Make it 4th and 4.
Oh, interesting call from Coach Larson.
Yeah, he does want to decline it. That was a good job by the defense to continue to play despite the whistles blowing. As that'll bring up 4th down and 3.
He declined the penalty, so that'll bring up a 4th down and 3 yards to go.
Well, the play resulted as I think Coach Larson's trying to get their attention because they had the spot at the line of scrimmage. That's not where the play was. Coach Larson is trying to get the head officials' attention because he's not going to take the 1st down.
It's a dead ball foul
But either way, the Rebels are probably going to want to take this penalty. The ball is spotted right on the sticks. As they're going to back it up 5 yards, probably replay third down, as that's from the original spot. So back them up 5. If the ball, they kept the marker where the ball was originally snapped, but the play would have been a first down without the penalty. So if it would have been at the original line of scrimmage, I get why Coach Leifson would decline the penalty, take the 4th down, because it'd be 4th and 3. Instead, it would have been 1st and 10 for the Rangers if he doesn't accept it. Schramm under center. They send a man in motion. Snap, as it's going to be Schramm around the right side, looking for a lead blocker. Picks up about 3 on the play. So that'll bring up 4th and about 5 for the Ranger offense. Rebels defense looking to make a stop.
Made by Muirbrook.
With 9:37 left to go in the 4th quarter, Rebels defense trying to continue
Trying to
path that they're on.
Trying to match last year's shutout, right?
4th down.
I wasn't going to say it, but yes, they are.
Don't want to give the broadcaster jinxes. They go for 6 right here.
Yeah, absolutely not. It's like a no-hitter. You don't mention it, at least in my theory. Schramm under center, sends a man in motion, gets the snap, drops back to pass, looks to throw. Hit as he throws, swatted out of the air by Noah Perry. Incomplete pass. Rebels take over on downs as Perry got up there to get that one. It'll be Rebels ball, 1st and 10 from their own 38 as Noah Perry makes a play.
Jordan Johnson, number 58, with some nice pressure on the quarterback.
Jordan Johnson is applying pressure on the play.
1st and 10 Rebels. We got 9:07 left to go in the game. They're up 28-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard as they're looking to cap off the football side of homecoming week. Of course, the Rebels volleyball team will take on the Tintic Miners tomorrow, 2:15 in the afternoon, online at mylocalradio.com as well as on 98.3 KDQ. As Carter Hoffman under center. Gets the snap, hands the deep back, Riker Hoffman, as he cuts forward out across the 40, gain of about 3 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 7. As Coach Larson talks about how he wants to be a possession team and chew the clock up with the ball. Here's a real good opportunity for the Rebels to do that.
Exactly. You talked about how that first opening drive, even though we had the ball on about the 30-yard line due to the muffed reception on the kickoff, still ate up 6 minutes off the clock, so that would about do it here.
Hoffman comes out in the gun, trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. As Hoffman gets the snap, he's going to give to Perry on the option. Perry cuts it back up the middle, has some room out across the 50, makes a man miss to the 45, cuts up at the 40, still on his feet, rumbles, tumbles all the way down to the 35-yard line. Noah Perry gets the Rebels into Rangers territory with 8:16 left to go in the 4th. It'll be another Rebels 1st down. As we talked about at the end of last quarter, Rob, this is the time for Noah Perry to really take over and salt this game away. As after the Rebels really wear down a defense, they love to go to Noah because he is a handful in the backfield, especially when he hasn't really been a bell cow today.
24-yard pickup by my math, which isn't very good because I still have my shoes on.
Hoffman in the shotgun. He's got trips to the right. 1 receiver to the left. As he gets the snap, he's going to hand to Perry on the option. Cuts it back up the middle across the right side. Cuts back up the middle again to the 20. Tripped up before he could break away for the long touchdown run. As Perry picks up another 1st down.
Ronnie Prophet, number 35, just caught his ankles.
It'll be 1st and 10 Rebels in the red zone. Ball placed on the 18-yard line. 7:40 left to go. And Rob, I think you got to go right back to Noah as he is. Or maybe not even just give to Noah. That option play is very, very good in that shotgun where Carter reads the defensive end. If the end comes down, Carter keeps it. If not, Perry gets the ball up the middle. Hoffman under center, 2 receivers to the left as they send Riker Hoffman in motion. As they're going to give to Weston on the end around. Makes the man miss at the 20 to the 10 as he's tripped up out of bounds at about the 9-yard line. Clock will stop with 7:12 left to go. As that was a good run by Drake Weston, but if you're going to be a little critical, you kind of want to stay in bounds.
Well, they actually got the clock going.
Oh, they do have the clock going. Never mind, good job by Weston to stay in bounds. Initially, the near side official waited for it to be
1st down from
stopped.
the 10-yard line. 1st and a yard to go for the 1st down.
It'll be 2nd down and 2 from the 10-yard line. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Hoffman with Perry to his right, gets the snap. He's going to hand to Perry, cuts at the left side, trying to get to the edge, gets out back to the 10, rumbles forward, reaches out, and it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Ball came out, but they rule Perry down. That looks like it will depend on the spot. Looks like it's good enough for the first down. It'll be first and goal, Rebels, ball placed.
First and goal.
Just inside the 5-yard line at the 3. As the clock winds, under 6:25 left to go. So Hoffman comes out under center.
Ball's on the 8-yard
Sends
line.
3 receivers to the right. As they are way out there to the right. As they give to Perry. No, Hoffman keeps as he spins around. Looks like maybe a little bit of a broken play there, but Hoffman does a good job.
Stop there.
To pick up yardage on the play. It brings up second down and goal.
Logan Emery and Gabe Emery. Don't know about the relationship, but there with the stop.
I made a mistake on the last play. I said the ball was inside the 5-yard line. It was actually on the 8. Hoffman picks up 2. Ball on the 6-yard line, first and goal. As the Rebels line up in the I formation, Lutz the deep back, Perry the fullback. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hoffman under center in the I. Gets the snap, hands to Lutz up the middle as he navigates his way through. Stopped there by big number 50, Owen Barton for the Rangers, as he picks up maybe a yard on the play. Brings up third and goal.
Ball on the 6.
Lutz was stopped there by number 50.
So they don't give him any yardage on the play.
Barton, no
Third and
gain on
6,
the
the
play.
clock
Third
winds to
down.
4:50 left to go in the ball game. Rebels on top, 28-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Rebels huddle up. They're going to take their time as they're able to do so. They have a 4-score lead. Hoffman under center, sends 2 to the left. Actually, he's going to back up into the shotgun. Switches it up, goes under center. Sends a man in motion. Gets the snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to roll to the right, looking to throw. Has a man in dash that is nearly intercepted as McGill stepped in at the last second. That ball needs to be thrown a little earlier, or if you're going to wait, you want to throw it up high for Desch to let him go get it. That brings up 4th down and goal from the 6-yard line. Let's see what the Rebels decide to do.
Here's your chance for a field goal, Aaron.
From the 6.
It doesn't look like they're going to do so as Fonsbeck comes in, tells Desch the play call on his way to the huddle. Looks like the Rebels are going to go for it on 4th and goal from the 6. 4:22 left to go in the ball game. Looking to put an exclamation point on this one, Rob. Perry, the deep back. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. As Hoffman gets the snap, fakes the handoff, is going to throw, looks, looking for a man, rolls to the left, reaching out for that end zone, gets there, touchdown Rebels, as Carter Hoffman scrambles in from 6 yards out. As we'll check that out on the Stacy Repair instant replay. You can see Hoffman finds the angle to the pylon. Rebels go on top, 34-0. As we update the Station on Main scoreboard, Rebels are going to kick the PAT. That's a good job by Hoffman staying poised. Good job by the line giving Hoffman time to read.
He had Fonsbeck in the corner, and he was trying to position himself to get into position to catch that pass, but Carter saw that he had the goal of the corner and went for it.
I think Carter is trying to put that defender in a situation where either he comes to get him or he has to give up the touchdown pass. The kick is up and good. And with 4:10 left to go in the ballgame, Rebels on top 35-0 as you're watching the 2023 Red Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team, online at mylocalradio.com. 35-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Desch lines up to boot it away. Back deep to return McGillis and Logan Emery. You know, this is a young team for Kemmerer.
Yeah, over almost half the team is freshman and sophomore.
As Desch boots it away over the head of McGillis into the back of the end zone for a touchback. But, you know, it's a young team. This is a good experience for them as, you know, they're going to take their licks being a young team. As these kids get older, get bigger, get stronger, I do think this Kemmerer team, they do have a lot of really good fundamentals. They're able to run the ball pretty well. And I do think they will eventually as they get older. They're, of course, going to have to replace their quarterback, Schramm, after this season. He is a senior, but I do think this Kemmerer team is moving in the right direction as they do have a lot of really good fundamental things. As the clock winds down, under 4 minutes to go. 35-0. It is a running clock here at Rich High School. Rebels on top with just under 4 to go in the quarter. Schramm under center. Send a man in motion as they give it to Rogers on the end around the right side. Pushes forward for about 3 yards. Brings up 2nd down and 7.
Rogers carries.
3:38 left to go in the ball game. Pretty much the only thing left now for the Rebels to play for is that bagel on the scoreboard. As you got to imagine the pride in this defense, they're going to want to try to shut this Kemmerer team out.
59, Easton Eborn.
3:20 left to go. Schramm under center. And the shot, or gets the snap, hands to, Gabe Emery up the middle, and he is pushed back after a gain of about 3.
And here comes your full line change on the defense.
Pretty easy to determine who's coming off when you're able to do that. This gives the crowd an opportunity to give their Rebels a round of applause as the starters take a seat. Schramm under center. Gets the snap. He's going to pitch it. We get a flag beforehand.
Flag on the
Looks
play.
like the blitzing Rebel might have taken a step a little too close to the ball, as indeed they do call that. That was number 22, Tony Maldonado. Trying to blitz from his linebacker spot. Just mistimed it by a half count.
First down.
Bring up 1st and 10 for the Rangers. Ball placed on the Rebel 34-yard line. Schramm under center. He's got 2 receivers each side. Sends a man in motion, gets the snap, looking to throw as we get another whistle, another flag.
Get a flag on the play.
This one's a false start on the Rangers. No?
See what the official. It is actually going to be a false start against the Rangers. Pushing back 1st and 15 from where the ball was before the last snap. 2:20 left to go in the ball game. Clock continues to wind as the Rangers huddle up. Schramm comes out under center. They send a man in motion. Gets the snap. Schramm drops back to pass, looking to throw. He is wrapped up, taken down by Easton Eborn with the sack. I believe that's his second of the contest. Brings up 2nd down and about 21 for the Rangers.
Whoa. Rebels have not had a lot of sacks this year, Aaron. That may lead the team now with 2.
1:30 left to go in the ball game. Rangers break the huddle. They face 2nd and long from their own 24-yard line. Sends a man in motion. Schramm is going to give to Rogers on the counter around the right side as he is tripped up there. That's a good tackle.
Aiden Weston.
Stopped there by Aiden Weston.
It looks like it's going to be all for naught as we got a flag on the play at about the line of scrimmage.
Good chance for a hold.
Rangers offensive lineman is putting his hands on his helmet as it was called by the head official. See what the Rebels decide to do here. 1:14 left to go. As it looks like they're going to bring the ball back and back them up.
Referees play until the end of the game as well, Aaron.
Still haven't got an indication what the penalty is. They are backing him up. Looks like 10 yards. So my guess is holding. Excuse me. Midwest accent comes out right there. 1:14 left to go, and that's going to bring up second down.
Takes away a good open field tackle by Aiden Weston on the corner.
Clock winds, 1:13 left to go. As it's second and I don't even think I can take a guess at that.
It's about 28.
Second and very long for the Rangers offense. Schramm under center. Sends a man in motion, gets the snap. He's going to keep it on the option, but he is wrapped up, taken down there. That's a great play defensively.
Carter Stokes.
Stopped by Carter Stokes.
As clock winds, under 40 seconds to go. We got one more snap in this ball game before it is official.
The cheerleaders are agreeing with you, Aaron.
Clock continues to wind as the Rangers huddle up. Third down on the play. As they break the huddle with 10 seconds left to go. Schramm under center. Gets the snap, hands to Emery up the gut, and that looks like that'll do it as Carter Stokes with the tackle. Actually, Carter and Colby Stokes with the tackle to end the ball game as the Rebels win this one 35-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. A good way to cap off homecoming weekend for the football team as the Rebels take care of business. When we come back, we'll have your Independent Software Solutions postgame show. I'm Aaron Poling. That's Rob Leifson. Thank you for joining us for what has been a wonderful day of football. When we come back, we'll have that postgame show for you. You're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
We're off to the rodeo. My Local Rodeo is proud to bring you live streaming coverage of high school rodeo from Utah and Wyoming, as well as the Intermountain Icebreaker of the National High School Rodeo Association's Western Legacy Series in 2023 and 2024. If you're interested in becoming a broadcast sponsor and advertising your business to the most loyal group of viewers in the country, you won't find a better opportunity. Call us today to claim your spot, 307-789-8116. That's 307-789-8116. We're off to the rodeo.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Fast, fresh, delicious. 3 words that describe your experience every time you enjoy a delicious meal with Jimmy John's. Utilizing the freshest ingredients, home-baked bread, and professional sandwich building skills, the team at Jimmy John's always delivers a mouth-watering sandwich to satisfy any hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh. Visit any of our locations today in Evanston, Rock Springs, Sheridan, and Gillette.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth as it is time for the Independent Software Solutions postgame show. It's all the time we can put on Freaky Fast Recap as the Rebels win this one 35-0 on Station on scoreboard. Rob, why don't you go ahead and give us that recap of the scoring, please?
Well, we'll just pick it up from halftime where the Rebels led 21-0, and different from last week, this time the Rebels kicked off, and thanks to a little bit of difficulty with the kick, Rebels recover on the 30-yard line, and Carter Hoffman takes it in from 5 yards out, 28-0 for the Rebels, and they ate up about almost 6 minutes off the clock on that drive. KEMMERER, unfortunately, on fourth down, find Jaden Desch for his fourth interception of the season, and then the Rebels turned it over on downs. KEMMERER returned the favor thanks to Noah Perry knocking down a fourth down attempt on the pass. Rebels with a 6-yard run from Carter Hoffman and puts the score at 35-0, and the time runs out on the Rangers.
And that has been your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap, where fast meets fresh. 115 Front Street in Evanston, also in Rock Springs, Gillette, and Sheridan. That's Jimmy John's and your Freaky Fast recap. When we come back, we'll have your precision play of the game as well as your player of the game. You're watching the 2023 Red Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth, as it is time for your Dr. McKay Frankum precision play of the game, as Rob Leifson nearly precisionally puts himself down the stairs. You all right, Rob?
I'm okay.
It's time for that Dr. McKay Frankum precision play of the game on your Independent Software Solutions postgame show. Rebels win 35-0. Rob, I think I know where you're going with this.
Yep, we're going to give the play of the game to Carter Grohl for a 1-yard touchdown run. Second score for the Rebels as Riker Hoffman goes out of bounds on the 1-yard line. Carter gets inserted in the game by design. The whole team knew about it. It was planned all along. Unfortunately, the first touchdown was the design. Just didn't work out the way they wanted to. But again, we talked about it in the pregame. Coach Larson trying to teach these young men that this is a game, and there's things that are a lot more important.
Yeah, you've heard of the Bash Bros. That moment had us up here as the Boo-Hoo Bros, as you were tearing up and I was definitely tearing up. A little bit of inside story for me. I don't know if I told it during the live play, but I was around the same age as Carter when I lost my father. So I can't perfectly relate to what he's going through, but I know how hard it is and how hard it is for him to continue to be that same kid that he is. He's a really good kid. He's just a fun-loving kid, seems to have fun no matter what he does. And, you know, you love to see that. And you love to see that for the Grohl family. Shauna Grohl was on the sideline for the play as well. So you love to see that from the Rebels. And, you know, kudos to Coach Larson for, you know, setting that up. That's bigger than football. That's huge. That's an awesome gesture from, I think, one of the classier guys that I've ever met in Coach Larson. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. When we come back, we'll have your Crawford Trough play of the game, as that was your Dr. McKay Frankum precision play of the game. You're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Whether you're having a great day or not, food always makes it better. Delicious, fresh-cooked favorites like a juicy cheeseburger, a thick raspberry shake, onion rings, fries, or a River Bridge soda. A grilled chicken wrap always hits the spot. And don't forget twisted ice cream cones. They never disappoint. Add the always friendly and helpful staff at the Crawford Trough, and you've got the perfect recipe for a perfect meal. Something tasty from the Crawford Trough always makes your day better. Stop in today. The Crawford Trough, Randolph.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tigers broadcast booth. It is time for the Crawford Trough Player of the Game on the Independent Software Solutions post-game show. As Rob, what do you have for us?
Well, we're going to give the Player of the Game to Riker Hoffman. 2 catches for 72 yards and a touchdown. He could have easily had 3 in the game, Aaron.
Yeah.
He took the 1-yard line to set up the goal run, and he had another touchdown that unfortunately was called back. Great crossing pattern between him and Jaden Desch, which left him wide open. Carter Hoffman found him, and unfortunately there was a procedure penalty on the Rebels, which took that one back. But great game for Riker. Had 4 carries for 16 yards, but also on the defensive side of the ball, several tackles. One of the leaders on the defensive side of the ball for the Rebels in total defensive points this year.
And you know what? That's great on Riker for – running out at the 1-yard line. He could have very easily, ran in for a touchdown, as it was the plan to do that the first drive of the game. But Jaden Desch was trying not to score, and honestly, I think the line judge kind of assumed the dive was for the pylon instead of for the sideline. Yeah, and that's kind of what Desch was going for. But he's being dragged down by a horse collar tackle at the same time, and, as much as they would have wanted that to happen, but you'd hate to see Desch get hurt because he got horse collar trying to get out of the 1-yard line. But, once again, great display there by the Rebels all around, just as men, as football players, as they win 35-0 on the station on main scoreboard. As it is time for your calendar update before we head out. Rob, our next broadcast tomorrow, it's going to be the final wrap for homecoming week as the Rebels will take on the Tintic Miners, a first-time conference rival as the Rebels look to stay undefeated in conference play. That game will start at 2:15, pregame at 1:45. And then the next Rebels football broadcast will be next Friday right here at home, 4 o'clock versus Thermopolis, as that will be a 3:30 pregame, 4 o'clock kick.
And if you want to get a preview on that, Thermopolis took care of the Rangers last week 34-0. So probably almost identical score with the Rebels, so it should be a good matchup. And I think the Rebels are looking for a payback because Thermopolis got them on their home field last year in a game that the Rebels, unfortunately, the turnovers got them.
Yeah, Rebels looking to get a little bit of revenge against Thermopolis as, of course, like you mentioned, Rob, a couple of turnovers, or not a couple, it was actually a handful. It was quite a bit, something that the Rebels have looked to clean up this year, and I think they've done a very good job at it. 1 interception, and, honestly, talking to Coach Larson, I don't think he minds the interception. I don't mind Carter Hoffman throwing an interception too, just because eventually you're going to throw one. I'd like to see him in a game that was like last week. You throw one, you come back to the sideline, you go back to the next play, you're still breathing. And, now Carter knows that he can be aggressive. And if you throw a pick as a quarterback, you're going to do it. The great gunslingers, Brett Favre, seems like almost for every touchdown he threw an interception. It's going to happen in the game of football, especially when you're trying to fit it in. But
and it was a great play because Jaden Desch had the ball and it was taken away from him by the defender behind him. So not your typical interception.
Yeah.
It was a good ball by Carter.
So that's an interception you don't mind. Obviously, you don't want an interception where, the safety's standing over the middle and you hit him in the chest with it. But the Rebels have been very good so far as they improved to 4-1, and that'll do it for us here as I'm Aaron Poling. That's Rob Leifson. You're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com. That'll do it for the Independent Software Solutions postgame show. Until next time, go Rebels.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of mylocalradio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. No portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on mylocalradio.com.